That's it? Johnny? Tyrone Zutman. What's the date? The 7th?
7, 6, 1, 2.
Welcome to it. Look who chose to wake up on the right side of bed this morning. Welcome to your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, live right here on SABC3. Thank you so much for choosing to wake up with us. What a fantastic lineup we've got for you. It is the 7th of March, 2019. The days keep chomping themselves up, really, but it's going to be a 3-hour mega of just awesomeness right here on Expresso. We've got Tyrone Zutman coming here to perform for us. Sounds like we've never heard before, and it's going to be amazing. Now, we implore you to get in touch with us throughout the show on social media. Let us know what you think of anything we do throughout the morning using the hashtag Expresso Show. I'm going to get a coffee from No, Princess.
No.
What a way to start the morning. Let's check out what's happening in the beauty room, guys.
Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, you beautiful people? Thank you very much for joining us on your Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning. You and Stratum here. Leanne Williams getting ready. And
that's right.
Are you ready?
You always need to have supple hands and elbows, guys. Hands, knees, and elbows must never be 50 shades of grey. Just making sure.
I feel there's a song about that somewhere. I don't know.
You think so?
I think that there must be. Listen, it's a wonderful Thursday. It's a bit rainy outside as well, and I feel it's going to be a good day. I feel it's going to be a good day.
Fantastic day.
Exactly.
And of course, how we always love to start out our day is with the young social media post. Myself and Tabitha.
Look how cute you guys are looking. It's
just
like
hanging
such a cool
out.
Picture, man.
The two of us have a great connection.
Clearly,
you know.
Look at that.
He's
smiles while he pours some, what is it, gravy? Or
yeah, he's like the older brother I never had, you know.
Cute, man.
So I don't know how he's going to feel about the older part, but let's get to the actual social media post. We want to know from you today. Good morning. It is Plant Power Day, and we love our veggies. What are your favorite vegetables, and how often do you try to include a meat-free meal in your week? Let's see what you had to say over here. Shamim says, good morning, Expresso fam. Hi, Shamim. Laza says, my favorite veggies, spinach, beetroot, and peppers.
Right.
Jocelyn says, my favorite veggies are butternut, brinjals, cabbage. And Sabelo says, my favorite vegetables are carrots. I try not to include meat about a whole week. So very, very nice. Different comments coming out there, different veggies.
I like that.
But we'll check in on this a bit later.
What's your favorite veggie?
My favorite vegetable right now is not because I love it, just because I eat it nearly every day, broccoli.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so I suppose it has to be my favorite.
Yeah.
But my other favorite vegetable is pizza.
Absolutely.
I'm
with you on that one. It's great.
Pizza's a great vegetable.
Yeah, no. I'm sticking to my green veggies as well. Broccoli, your asparagus as well. Spinach is really nice.
Green beans.
You know, all those kind of love them. Exactly. And then of course pizza as well. Why not? Listen, let's quickly give you an overview in terms of your weather, what you can expect in your area, what the weather's going to be doing. Some of the major cities as well. We'll run you through the temperatures a little bit later on this morning. But for Johannesburg, you can expect intervals of clouds and sunshine with a shower or thunderstorm around the afternoon as well. The sky will clear towards the evening with little to no wind, so just be prepared for some rain if you're going to be stepping out this morning. Over in Durban, a blend of sunshine and clouds with warm temperatures and humid conditions. We love Durban, always humid. A thunderstorm is also expected towards the evening with humidity still remaining very, very high. Port Elizabeth, partly cloudy condition with a strong southwesterly wind in the afternoon, and it will die down towards this evening, and a bit of rain is also expected in the evening with a thick cloud cover. So it looks like a lot of rain is expected across the country today. And over in Cape Town, cloudy conditions expected with occasional sunshine and heavy gusts of wind as well. Just be prepared for that. A couple of showers throughout the day as well, with a passing shower in the evening as well. So make sure that you are ready for a full on and off day of rain as well. Keep the umbrellas close. So that's what you can expect in terms of your weather. But like I said, we'll bring you through run you through the temperatures a little bit later on this morning. So recipes, we have got you spoiled on your show this morning. Tabisa, what do you have?
Indeed, you are spoiled for choice this morning when it comes to your recipes. Look, it is World Plant Power Day today, if you didn't know. And so all of our meals and all of the things we're making in the kitchen this morning are inspired by the plants. They all come from plants. Let's start with this iconic Tropica pineapple flavor, really one of my favorites. We're going to be making a Tropica pineapple slush with it today. And the keyword for that is clover. SMS clover to 33728 will send you a recipe on how you too can make yourself a really delicious Tropica pineapple slush and get impressive in the kitchen. We also then taking it all the way to India. Yes, we're taking it eastern, and we are making a kadai aloo palak. It already sounds like something you want to be eating right now, right? Yes. Okay, so you need to SMS the keyword for that, eat, to 33728. That's eat to 33728. It's called kadai aloo palak. Yeah, and we're also making another thing that's inspired by the vegetables, inspired by the plants. It's a mixed vegetable kachoris. It's almost like samosas, but it's not samosas because they're round and they're quite interesting. We're going to learn all about them throughout the show this morning. And the keyword for that is dish. SMS dish to 33728. I feel like I want to just hang around and stick around here, but I can't. Let's go see what's happening, get some style tips from Nick and the gang.
Oh, I was just busy, letting Stratum know how I like these colors on him. This is like color blocking.
Exactly.
Two completely different colors brought together, and I love it. But maybe we should get the expert in.
Exactly. I wonder who's going to say about my candy socks.
Ooh.
What do you think? It's like a bit of a pop of color.
Do we
there.
have
Just
an
check
extra?
it out. Oh, look at him. He is. What do you call that? What can I call that walk? You kind of like floating
I really
in, or
worked
what?
on my curtsy. Huh?
You floated in.
I floated.
It looked like a flamingo.
A flamingo, yes, like a flamingo.
My favorite animal. Thank you, Leanne. You're gorgeous.
Thank you.
Listen, flamingos are super skinny and they stay skinny their whole life. So
true.
if you got it,
And they pink
keep
as
it
well.
going. Okay.
see?
I don't see the connection, but yes.
No, I'm just saying.
Color blocking.
Just
I
saying.
taught you so well, Leanne Williams. Two different types of colors together, girl.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you
I
for
pay
listening.
attention. I do.
Okay, now listen, what I love about today, Tuesdays and Thursdays on Expresso are now a chance for the viewer at home to become the Expresso show stylist. So we had a footwear sort of competition on Tuesday for picking Zoe's footwear, and people went crazy. And how nice for the viewer at home to have power in dressing you guys. It basically takes the power away from me.
I think that's cool, man.
So for you, Miss Leanne Williams, I'm thinking today it's a battle of the statement accessories. Because you're wearing quite an understated look, right? I mean, it's one piece, it's one solid color, so why not make it pop, pop, and rain with some beautiful accessories?
Preacher.
Preacher, yes, Mr. Accessories Man. So we want viewers at home to go to our Expresso Show Facebook page and you decide, is Leanne wearing the statement necklace today?
Pretty.
Or is it the statement earrings?
The gunmetal earrings.
Okay.
I loved with a little bit of bling bling.
What are you thinking? I don't want to get your opinion, do I? Even you decide. You let the viewer decide. Is it the
Tough.
earring
Can I just
or the
hold it there?
necklace?
The earrings and that, yeah. Let's see.
I'm gonna put that there.
I do like the earrings. But I'm gonna go with the necklace.
You're gonna
Necklace?
gravitate
I'm gonna go
towards
for that
the
rose gold necklace.
Let's see what the viewers at home have to say.
Let's see.
Don't get
I
it
don't
wrong,
know.
guys. Don't get it wrong.
There is no right or wrong.
Well, there's one that's
Wow.
wrong. But I'm not
Don't
gonna
go
say.
there
I'm
and
trying to
wrong.
help you out, guys. I really am.
Yeah, sorry, no, I'm being very critical about this. I want them
Okay.
to get the right answer, Leanne, for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So that's what people are gonna do.
Okay,
They're gonna
let's
go
go
to
and find
Facebook
out
and do it.
Who is performing on our show today? While Nick and I look very awkwardly at one another.
I'm just gonna sit here.
Oh man, it is a dance carnival on your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, this morning. Song and dance, I tell you, because we've got the Cape Town Carnival lead performers, Tyrone Zoutman, as well as Shannon. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
So good to see you here. I mean, I feel like I'm a bit overdressed because everyone's arrived here with no shoes on, and here I am with like the most gigantic boots you can find. But that's because you guys are going to be dancing for us this morning.
Yes.
Tell me more about the Cape Town Carnival. What's going to be happening there? What's it all about?
Okay, Cape Town Carnival, the theme of this year is Arise and Shine. It's powerful this year. Last year it was Mother Earth, Mother Nature.
Yeah.
And this year we're just going all out.
Yeah,
And
you are going all
Rise
out.
and shine this year.
Rise and shine. Okay, so what can the people sitting at home right now this morning expect from your performance? Because you're only the lead part of the Cape Town Carnival, which is so much grander. It's over 50 performers. But what can we expect this morning?
You can expect a lot of theatrical work, a lot of movement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the space enough for you? Can you handle it? Are you going to be on the roof at some point, just like hanging off the lines,
Probably, yes.
hanging off the curtains everywhere?
Probably yes.
Now you're going to be doing a bit of singing as well.
not singing. I will be doing
Poetic.
kind of vibe. Yes.
Ah, man, it's going to be so much fun. Well, look, the Cape Town Carnival is coming through very soon. It is Rise and Shine, but this morning we've got Tyrone and Shannon. They're going to be giving us all our lives this morning with their performance. Let us know what you think when they do perform on our social media using the hashtag Expresso Show. It's going to be so much fun.
Very nice.
Still deciding.
Well, Sam, we're still busy trying to deliberate which should I be wearing. Should I go for the gunmetal earrings or should I go for the rose gold necklace? But while you're helping us out with that, time for us to take a look at what's happening in the world of entertainment news.
Absolutely. We'll start off with some local entertainment news first, and we're focusing on up to two heroes, Winnie Madikizela Mandela and Tata Madiba as well. And even though they may no longer be with us in this earthly realm, you know, their legacy still continues and the work that they have done. And this is what one artist, Lungelo, actually created with regards to wax figures. Now, of course, while the strongest suggestion to continue my Winnie's legacy is still renaming of the Cape Town International Airport, so that's still in the process. Tata Madiba has on many streets as well, statues and centers in his honor as well. But Lungelo Gumede, he's added to this by expanding his collection of wax kind of figures in terms of, you know, Winnie Madikizela Mandela and also Tata Madiba with, you know, this traditional Xhosa regalia as well that they're wearing, and it looks really, really cool. So Lungelo's Dreams is actually opening his own wax statue museum in South Africa, which will house his existing figures that he's done already with the likes of Hugh Masekela, President Cyril Ramaphosa, and also Albertina Sisulu. So I think it's really cool that he's going about this.
It's almost like a South African version of Madame Tussauds.
Madame Tussauds, and I think he can definitely go there because he's super, super talented. We would like to know,
Can we have one like that? I think it's about time. We need our own one.
You know, that would be cool. Can we also be in that museum? Lungelo, my man, but you can take a look at those pictures and you can let us know as well, what do you think about these figures of these absolute heroes of ours? I think it's great, and because he's doing such a great job as well. So let us know, #Expresso Show.
Well, someone else who's doing great stuff and not waiting for others to create a festival is Pharrell. Pharrell is doing something.
Did I hear Pharrell?
Oh my goodness,
wow.
look.
Burst of energy.
What has Pharrell done? What is he doing? Tell me more.
Why? It was so aggressive when you came here.
Yes, I love Pharrell.
Okay, just checking. I wasn't sure.
Okay, let me tell the story, okay? So moving over to the international front, beloved singer and musician Pharrell Williams, yes, we're family, is making news, of course, announcing his very own new music festival. Cool. Now, it's called Something in the Water, and it will be taking place in Pharrell's hometown of Virginia Beach, which is in Virginia State in the US. And the lineup consists of the likes of Travis Scott, Missy Elliott, SZA, Janelle Monáe, and so many more. Spiritual leader Deepak Chopra is even slated to make a guest appearance. He's a Deepak Chopra kind of guy.
Is it a yoga festival? What's this concert?
He's a Deepak kind of guy. Deepak in the house.
I don't know.
Now, upon this announcement, Pharrell said that he created the festival basically to give back to the community that raised him and helped him achieve his goals and dreams. Some of the internet, however, is already dubious about the event, saying that the last time a major festival was announced by a music star, Ja Rule. Guys, how can they compare the two? The Unprepared Fire Festival debacle shook the world and still remains spoken about today. I don't think that you can compare Ja Rule and Pharrell, though. Like,
the difference is Pharrell's never declared bankruptcy.
Exactly, exactly.
He's got money.
And been to prison. Wasn't Ja Rule in prison?
You said it, girl.
You know.
He was.
Fire burned down. Something in the Water is definitely going to be. I think it's going to be a success
I
because
think Something in the Water is going to be great.
it's going to be great because
fantastic.
Pharrell. I don't want to say anything, you know, bad because I'm scared of Tabisa.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
With good reason.
But Pharrell's always had this kind of giving back nature, and he's such a cool guy.
And been consistent in his career as well. Hasn't made a one-hit wonder, disappeared for many years and then came
he's
back.
always just been there working hard and also treating people from what we know with respect.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, look, I think this festival is coming up in like months from now.
Yes.
And I think that probably gives me enough time to go get my swimming lessons on, because if it's something in the water, that means your uncle's gonna have to swim. But your uncle and the water are not in the same WhatsApp group. So if you know any good swimming schools for adults where I'm not gonna be embarrassed.
Well, dude, we've got an ocean right there. Just jump in and see what happens.
We will get him to take part in the next Robben Island swim. Okay. Wow. It's fine. It's only 7 kilometers. It's only 7 kilometers.
I'll get in there.
I'm coming with you because you're
here later. Oh, man.
I want to see that, brother. I want to
that's
see
going to
that.
be quite an interesting one. Well, listen, we've got an inspiring quote to help you get into the day and inspire you to just go be awesome out there. And our quote this morning comes from Ellen DeGeneres. We all love Ellen DeGeneres. She's known as Ellen. She's a comedian turned actress, turned daytime talk show host.
Basically,
and
she's brilliant.
made many, many millions of people. Yes, she's brilliant. Many millions of people love her across the world. And this is her quote this morning. Sometimes you can't see yourself clearly until you see yourself through the eyes of others. Now look at me.
I'm looking at you.
Myself, Ken.
Can you now?
Yes.
Look at that. Well, what's
That's
that?
not what she
But I mean,
means.
it's one of those kind of quotes that you have to take in, you have to sit and you have to think about it, because I think living in today's society with all the things like social media and the things that we see on social media, what people say, we kind of get the skewed view of ourselves, and we're not too sure, you know, what we actually think about ourselves, because that it almost gets lost in translation completely. So you have to take a step back and really think about who you are as a person and how others would perceive you.
That's right.
So that you can be that better person, or realize that, man, I am actually a good person despite what I feel about myself, my insecurities,
Because
my
it's not
doubts.
always just what you think of yourself, it's how you make other people feel. And as a result of how you make them feel, take that and mirror that and act that out.
How do I make you feel?
You really make me feel like a natural. No, I'm kidding. You make me feel good every day. Thanks, Ewan.
That's good. That's
Hit it,
good.
yeah.
Nice,
Let's go.
mate.
Let's
I
get
love
this
you,
show
Uncle Tabsy.
on the road.
I step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
And this is the official start of your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on Expresso. Time to get you caught up on what's happening in the news. In the national news this morning, the Independent Electoral Commission in the Western Cape has met with the Muslim Judicial Council in Cape Town to discuss how observing Ramadan would impact on the national election scheduled for May the 8th. The holy month of Ramadan is expected to start on the 5th of May. The Hawks will use whatever relevant information the Zondo Commission of Inquiry into State Capture reveals, while treading cautiously so as to not disrupt the process, Hawks head Godfrey Lebea said. Now, the Parliamentary Portfolio Committee on Police said yesterday. On the international front, the government of Japan and the UNESCO International Institute for Capacity Building in Africa signed a project agreement with $500,000 yesterday. The project will be implemented from March of this year to February 2020. An Albert Einstein puzzle has been solved thanks to a missing page of manuscript which emerged in a collection of his writings acquired by Jerusalem's Hebrew University. The handwritten page was discovered amongst the 110-page trove the university received a fortnight ago. And then finally, Forbes yesterday released its 33rd annual ranking of the world's billionaires, featuring the planet's wealthiest individuals. There are 2,153 billionaires on the 2019 list, with Amazon's Jeff Bezos remaining in the top spot with $131 billion. Bill Gates remained in the number 2 position and Warren Buffett in the number 3 spot. At age 21, Kylie Jenner is now officially the world's youngest billionaire. She launched Kylie Cosmetics in 2016, which is now worth at least $1 billion. 5 of South Africa's wealthiest also cracked the Forbes richest list. Nikki Oppenheimer is at number 200, Johan Rupert is at 317, Patrice Motsepe is at 962, Koos Becker is at 1,008, and Michelle Leroux is at 1,818. Well, that was our 6 o'clock news update. Here's a look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Ewan.
Thank you so much, Leanne. Let's quickly take a first look as to what's happening out on the field. Starting off with some cricket news. Captain Faf du Plessis welcomed 5,000 ODI runs and fast bowler Kagiso Radaba 100 wickets as the Proteas went 2-0 up in their 5-match series against Sri Lanka with a 113-run victory in the second ODI in Centurion yesterday. While Quinton de Kock hit 94 off 70, Rabada, bowling at more than 150 kilometers per hour at times, took 3 for 43. Now an opportunity to seal the series at Kingsmead in the 3rd ODI on Sunday. And Ole got the job done again and now surely must get the job. Manchester United advanced to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League last night after defeating Paris Saint-Germain 3-1 in the second leg of the round of 16 tie. Lukaku scored twice before VAR saw Marcus Rashford converting a penalty in stoppage time. So in the other second leg tie, VR featuring again as Alex Telles scored Porto's extra time winner from the penalty spot to see them progress past Roma. And in South African football news, in the PSL, Elysia Rogers came to Free State Stars came to the Free State Stars rescues for the second time in 5 days in a 1-1 draw with Polokwane City, moving Elakoto out of the relegation zone. Further afield, Sandy, Banyana finished in 10th place at the Cyprus Women's Cup after losing 3-0 to Finland, but coach Desiree Ellis believes they achieved their objective of getting valuable experience ahead of their maiden World Cup. That's a quick look at your sporting headlines this morning. We'll take you through them at the top of the hour once again. Right now, first look at your weather and your temperatures.
Thank you, Ewan. Let's take a look at your temperatures across the country. We start off in Polokwane this morning, where there is a minimum of 16 and a maximum of 30. And we head off to Mbombela, starting off at 18, hitting a high of 30. Pretoria is 17 and a maximum of 32. Johannesburg, 16 and 30. Mahikeng, 19 and a high of 32. Klerksdorp, 16 and a high of 32. Kimberley, 20 and a maximum of 35. Bloemfontein, 17 and 31. Richards Bay, 21 and a high of 32. Pietermaritzburg is 19, hitting a high of 23. Durban, 23, reaching a high of 30. Mthatha, 17 and 30. East London, a low of 19 and a high of 26. Craddock, 15 and a maximum of 35. Port Elizabeth, 18 and 24. George, 16 and 24. Sutherland is at 9 and hitting a high of 26. Cape Town starts off at 16, reaching a high of 21 with some showers. Worcester, 12 and a high of 29. It's sunny in Springbok today. Springbok is at 12 and a maximum of 28. Uppington, 19, reaching a maximum of 36. That's where we leave your weather report for this morning. Your next one will be at 7 o'clock.
So we're still busy deliberating. I need to finish off my look. Is it going to be the rose gold necklace? Is it going to be the gunmetal drop earrings? And because I can't decide, and basically I need you, our Expresso family, to help me. Nick, what are the comments saying?
Listen, people are going crazy. Minnie says rose gold necklace, please. Zayan says I love both, but I think the necklace. Jackie, rose gold necklace. We won't see the earrings. Good point.
Oh, true
Good point.
story,
Jackie
'cause
is
my
watching.
curls are gonna be in the
Crit says
way.
rose gold necklace. Beautiful. Guys, is it just necklace? I'm seeing necklace, necklace, necklace. Oh, Makeso says earrings, earrings, earrings.
Okay.
That's one. Elisa says love the dress. Thank you, Lisa. Shout out to Woolies. We love you. Bramley, neck piece. Teresa says, Morning Expresso fam, love both, but please wear necklace. Listen, girl, it is overwhelmingly a necklace day for Leanne Williams.
Okay, so it's unanimous.
It's
the rose gold
unanimous.
wins. The rose gold wins.
It's unanimous.
Thank you, fam. Okay, cool. So you're gonna put this on
I'm
for
gonna
me?
throw these.
Wow. Don't
No, I'm
throw
not.
that.
Guys, this is like your crowning moment. This is like Miss Universe. I feel so blessed. And the winner is...
South Africa.
Nicholas
South
Strelitz.
Africa.
Just putting it on you.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it, but I told you so.
Yeah.
You know, I
So-
went for the rose gold necklace,
Yeah.
and you see.
You are so ready to be a stylist.
I know.
You're so ready.
I should start working more closely with Nick, man. We
Start
can do this.
moonlighting.
I'll start styling you up.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I love it.
Well,
listen,
listen.
we're going to be taking our very first ad break. Princess, how's about a cup of coffee there, my love?
Okay.
Thank you very
Still
much.
got mine from earlier.
She knows. She knows. Look at that.
She knows what time it is.
Brilliant. Listen, so when we come back, we're going to jump into the kitchen with a delicious pina colada slush.
Oh, yes.
Nice little quick recipe that's refreshing. It's
Yeah.
going to cool you down.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. Stick
My
around for that.
favorite flavor as well, that classic pineapple.
Yes.
Tropica. Also, still coming up, we've got Tyrone and Shannon in the show. They are the lead performers from the Cape Town Carnival. They're going to be giving us song, dance, poetry. It's an explosion, really. After the break, stick around.
Enjoy a moment in between with McCafe. See you after the break.
Only you can make my day.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen, Marcia Ambrosia, Lettuce, Kelly Price, and Jim Stephen. My skin is black. My arms are long. My hair is woolly and my back is strong. Strong enough to take the pain inflicted again and again. What do they call me? My name is Aunt Sarah. Aunt Sarah. My skin is yellow. My hair is long. Between two worlds, I do belong. Yeah. My father was rich and wide. He forced my mother late one night. So what do they call me? My name's Saffronia.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
There's nothing smoother than the fresh, cool taste of Clover Tropica. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, we're about to make a delicious slush recipe, which is a great drink option with the iconic flavor of pineapple and coconut, backed by your favorite Tropica pineapple flavor. Now, in the world of tropical mocktails, it's one of the best, and it's even better when you make it from scratch. So let's get started. But can I first just say, ta-da!
You see, I knew
Well
it,
done, well done. Your
Just
fashion
the colour.
sense is quite
It's there,
good.
right?
Yeah.
I've developed over the past couple of years.
As well as the Expresso fan.
Also true. Well done, guys. Great choice. So this recipe is particularly suited for you if you like pina colada. Yeah?
Hey,
Yeah.
la, na, 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 na.
Yes,
We need to
okay,
learn
cool.
the words.
So I think to go with your rose gold necklace, you need something in your hand as well. So I feel that this a Tropica pina colada slush would be just the thing.
Ooh, amazing. What do we need for it?
We need ice.
Okay.
I'm going to start with some ice.
Ice
right?
is great.
Into our little blaster thing here. Righto. Some coconut milk.
Ooh.
Because we all know, ooh, that's more like coconut cream.
So warm. Oh, it's so like thick and
It's gonna
delicious.
It's a slush. It's a slush.
Wonderful.
And then we have frozen pineapple that we've just cut
pineapple.
into little blocks. So that's going to go in there. Do you like it quite pineapple-y?
I love pineapple. Pineapple's one of my favorite fruit.
Good.
It really is.
We'll get that in there. And now,
Da, 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 da.
Clover, Tropica, pineapple.
The pièce de résistance.
Yes.
Get it all in there because we're sharing. We're making two, so we don't want to end up with too little.
There we go. I think that should be good, right?
Yeah.
There we have it.
Wonderful.
Just like this. Give it a bit of a...
Give it a bit of a shake.
You know.
Go, Tom Cruise.
I just need the silk shirt. Slush that down.
Yes, we're making it. We're making it. We're doing the things.
All right.
Get it all incorporated. It's going to be wonderful. I love it. Yeah, you can just see everything meshing.
There we go.
Doing what needs to be done. If you would like this recipe, still going. Just have to make sure you get it all in there. If you would like this recipe, all you have to do is SMS the keyword Clover to 33728. We will gladly send you your ingredients list and the link to the recipe, and you could be making this yourself.
I'm going to just do a little bit more.
I told you needed more liquid there.
Because the thing is, if you put too much in at the beginning, you run the risk of having it too liquidy. Yes.
There we go. That's what we want to see. And for our garnishments, we've got some roasted coconut, which I love. I love a roasted coconut. And then, of course, we've got our little pineapple.
Okay, let's see if we can do this.
Get in there. Oh, that is wonderful.
You see? It's a beautiful slush consistency.
Gorgeous.
Just like, are you chowing on the pineapple there?
I
Off
am.
the coconut. Yes.
And once again, clover to 33728 if you want to make this yourself. It's super easy, only a few ingredients, and you could be making this very delicious Tropica pineapple slash drink.
Do you want to
yourself.
decorate that one for us, Laurent?
If you want to see how we made it, hey, take one more look. Just put this on top.
This delicious slusher recipe is a great drink option with the iconic flavor of pineapple and coconut backed by your favorite Tropica pineapple flavor. To get this recipe started, add 330 ml Tropica pineapple, half a cup coconut milk, 1 cubed and frozen pineapple, and 1 cup of ice cubes to a blender. Blend until smooth. Pour into serving glasses. Garnish with a fresh pineapple slice and top with toasted coconut flakes and enjoy the smooth taste.
Made with love by Clover.
And that right there is clover to 33728. You can take some shaved coconut, roast them, use them as a garnishing. We're using our pineapple, what do you call it, stalk?
Yeah.
And we're using this as a garnishing over here, basically to create this whole look of a tropical island in your mouth. I mean, come on. Doesn't that look amazing? Look at you straight
You
on.
have to.
Coconut Bay.
You have to.
Coconut
All kinds of bay. One more.
Especially since you're not the one cleaning this up. It's nice.
But it
when you
looks
don't have to
nice.
clean.
It looks nice. This completes it.
Clover to 33728. Now we need to taste.
Just like that. Well, I'm going to
There's
leave that to
nothing
you.
smoother than the fresh, cool taste of Clover Tropica. Made with love by Clover.
Well, from the kitchen where we've just made a tropical drink with Tropica, our pineapple
Yes,
slash.
ma'am.
To get excited, South Africa.
Wow.
Because the Cape Town Carnival is coming.
Wow.
All
Up in my ear. Thank you for that. She's got a lot of energy today.
Oh man, well look
you
at
look
that.
amazing. I get why you're so excited.
Look at that.
Now listen, the carnival is coming up, and I think it's important for the viewers to understand context
Yeah.
of where these sorts of costumes come from.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, 16th century Rome is where it went down at the carnival. Look at this.
in
Siniso.
Rome?
In Rome.
Okay.
So there was originally in a European sort of Portuguese setting, flooded to Rome. You saw these stunning creatures,
Yeah, or
terrifying
people.
creatures.
And horses, yeah.
And horses, but it was originally used to celebrate Lent. So the wealthy would get all costumed out and go for it, much like we do today. Not much has changed, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then fast forward to 1930s,
Yeah.
drag came straight out of carnival dressing. So men dressing as women, which we love to BC.
Yes.
Okay, that was a delayed reaction, which I absolutely
I was
love.
paying attention, sorry, yeah.
Okay, and then from the 1930s onwards, it really started to dig its roots in the Caribbean. So we saw lots of sort of, from the colonial era, lots of the Portuguese and Brazilians who sort of colonized the Caribbean and the West Indies came, and this is where it really comes down to party. I mean, look how beautiful she is there. So I mean, this is just extravagance right here.
There is
You've come
just
a long way,
something
girl.
about...
You've come a long way.
So you're coming through for the Cape Town Carnival. It's going to be so much excitement coming through on the show, and people are going to get to see you on the show doing your thing. But there really is something about this look and this outfit and what you guys do at the carnival that just, you can't help but smile. You cannot help but smile. So thank you so much for being here and doing this and giving this to us. Listen,
Shake it, girl.
yeah, you need to
Shake
get excited
it.
because the Cape Town Carnival is coming through. After the break, you're going to hear all about it. But also still coming through, MIT is going to be showing off new back flips that you need to learn about. So stick around right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Let's take a look at what's making your global news right here on the Africa Channel. And that was a roundup of your global news right here on the Africa Channel. That was easy. I could do that.
Portia Ambrosius, Gladys, Kelly Price, and Jill Scott.
My skin is black. My arms are long. My hair is woolly and my back is strong. Strong enough to take the pain inflicted again and again. What do they call me? My name.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into a Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right here on SABC3. It's so good to be hanging out with you. It really is. It really is. It's a Thursday. We're feeling good because the weekend is just like right there.
It starts tomorrow.
So it's in Afrikaans, it's a klipgooi weg.
Yeah, depending on where in the country you find yourself, the weekend starts today.
Hey, isn't it like First Thursdays today as well?
Oh, it is. So the weekend actually has started.
The weekend actually has started today. But listen, we are, of course, all getting excited for Cape Town Carnival. It's just around the corner as well. All the outfits is crazy, man. But right now, we are doing a bit of a Throwback Thursday because it is a hashtag Throwback Thursday. And we're throwing it back quite a while ago when the iconic Terry Crews was busting a move on your Feel Good Breakfast Show and had a bit of a dance-off with Kat. Take a look.
I have to see this.
Roll that tune. We're gonna let Mr. Terry do his thing. All right, here we go. Pump up the volume. Here we go. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, go squeegee, go squeegee, oh squeegee, oh squeegee, oh squeegee, go squeegee, oh squeegee, go squeegee. Oh my word. Yeah. Here we go. This is South African flavor. Full chicken. Full chicken. Oh. Check it out.
This dance off,
man.
I didn't expect it from Terry Crews, I must be honest.
Dude, this man can dance, man. Doesn't matter. Despite his size, I mean, he's got the moves, man.
Huge.
So what you can do is you can let us know on social media, who do you think won that dance-off between Terry Crews and Kat?
Yeah, I think both of them were really smooth from start to finish, and they really
It's a tough call, man. It's a
well,
tough
listen,
call.
if there's any moment on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on Expresso that you have seen and you want to see again because you just can't get enough of it, why don't you let us know? Use it, the hashtag that is, use it on Expresso's Facebook page or Twitter. Hashtag Expresso Show, and let us know. And we'll make a plan. We will make a plan because we always do.
Yeah, you can always log into YouTube as well. Expresso SABC is there for you as well. Go take a look at all those old videos that we had done, all those things, the crazy things that we've gotten up to over the years as well, man.
I'd like to do a dance-off with you one day.
No. I know already who will win. You will. All right, let us know. Hashtag Expresso Show.
An easy target.
Now, every single year, the Cape Town calendar is one of the highlights, not only in Cape Town, but all around the country. And this year, on the 16th of March, over 50 different energetic and talented community performance groups are going to converge in one street to basically shut it down and bring all of the glitz and all of the glory to Cape Town's Carnival. Here to tell us more is the Carnival Creative Director, Johan Bart, and he's going to be telling us, or rather Brad Bart, and he's going to be telling us more about what we can expect from the day. I don't know why I called you Johan, but excuse me, Brad, how are you?
I'm well, thanks.
You're looking beautiful, you're looking energetic, you've brought these gorgeous, gorgeous performers with you. But tell me, why is the Cape Town Carnival such an iconic festival, and why do people love it so much?
It's such a great question, but I think the secret is that it captures some of the gees and the spirit of Cape Town.
Yeah.
People just love showing up, sharing who they are, coming out on the streets, whether it's as a spectator or as a fabulous performer like Nonkululeko or Shantae here, and sharing of themselves. And that's something that's really special. So people just get that vibe off that, and it's gained a momentum all of its own.
It certainly has gained a momentum. Now, last year the theme was Mother City, Mother Nature. What is this year's theme, and why did you decide to go with it?
This year's theme is Vuguokanye, which literally means wake up and shine.
Oh, wow.
So it's really a wake-up call, actually, to all of us, not only to our personal power, our individual expression, our creativity, our ability to make our way in the world, but also to wake up and make the change, be who we want to be in the world, not wait for politicians to sort things out, because that ain't going to happen. And to recognize that the power is with people.
I love that. It really does put the focus on individuals to be the change that they want to see in the world, which is wonderful. What I love about the Cape Town Carnival is it's not just about entertainment, it's also about job creation. Tell us more.
It's funny, you know, job creation and skills, these things these words get used, but I think the secret is that the Carnival creates a space in which it's easy and fun to learn new things, and you want to. So not only are people able to be making fabulous costumes, but they're also, I mean, Nonkululeko is somebody who I'm super inspired by, who has grabbed hold of the skills and things that she saw opportunities for, and has made, I mean, you're amazing. You know.
Like, darlings, I don't know, I need to first get that body, but at some point in my life, I want to be able to wear one of these outfits. Talking about these outfits, what goes into preparing for the day? I know Expresso's been such a keen observer of what you've done. We've covered the making of the floats, but exactly what does it take to make this day happen?
Wow. Just yesterday we were wondering about that. We thought, you know, if we were to add up all the hours that community groups spend in their neighborhood rehearsals, that the lead performers like you guys spend in rehearsals, all the hours that people spend making costumes and thinking and brainstorming together and coming together, it would be thousands and thousands of hours of human energy that all comes to a climax all within space of a couple of hours. And I think that's part of the reason it has this energy.
What does it mean to you, ladies, to be a part of this event? I mean, you're sitting out here looking all fabulous. Surely it's got to be exciting.
Yes, it is. It's not just exciting, but it actually makes you, because as a lead performer, you take charge to be a leader. Not just in your personal life, but also in your community as well. So for me, to be part of this amazing event, it actually grew me as a person, especially this year's theme being Rise and Shine. I actually I woke up from my reality and equipped my inner power, which is I love helping, I love being involved in my community, and I started off my foundation, which is called #InspireMe and Isabella Foundation.
That's amazing.
It is really amazing. So it's not just about the fabulous costume. It's not just about us waking up each and every morning or every Saturday and practicing and gymming and going hiking and trying by all means to be fit for the day. But it also makes a huge impact in our communities and where we come from. So for me, it's just an amazing offer to be part.
And for you, Shantae?
How do I top all of that? It's just, for me, it's just amazing to showcase to the little ones that, you know, I could be there one day. Like, for them to look up to somebody from their community, being on TV or being on the radio, knowing that wherever you come from, you can also do it. Doesn't matter where you come from. And for me, this year's theme was me just making moves for 2019. Going bigger, getting better, and being a better me.
Now, you mentioned that it doesn't matter where you're from or what you do in life, you can also experience this. I have never experienced what it is like to be dressed like one of you. So is there maybe a chance that I could try on one of these incredible headsets while, Brad, you tell us where we can get tickets for the Cape Town Carnival that's happening on the 16th of March.
It might be a
Ooh,
bit tight,
I
eh?
hope my hair is not too big.
There we go.
Because I do have a bit of a...
really nice.
Really, what do I look like?
I think yellow does it for the blondies.
Great thing is you don't have to have a ticket for the Cape Town Carnival. It's a free event, but I do suggest come early. So on Saturday the 16th of March, you get there early. Things will be all happening during the afternoon. They'll be ramping up by 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening and full blast by 7 p.m. But if you go to capetowncarnival.com or quicket.coza, you can also get tickets for an elevated stand just to guarantee your spot and
Totally
improve
listening
your
to you.
view.
I'm just checking out what I look like.
Well, you can move it if you want.
Can I move it a bit? Okay, wonderful. I'm going to readjust this. The Cape Town Carnival happening on the 16th of March. Do not miss it. Tickets are free. And of course, this is just a taste of what you're going to be experiencing on this day. And of course, who knows, maybe you'll get to see this as well. Hey!
Man, it is set to be a fun time. The Cape Town Carnival, even more of a reason to travel to Cape Town, everybody. And that's what I love about living in Cape Town. There is never-ending array of activities and beautiful sights to see and take photos of. You have Lion's Head, which has that panoramic view of the city. And then, of course, there's the iconic Chapman's Peak, which is just breathtaking in every sense.
Absolutely. I mean, let's not forget about those unbeatable shots of Table Mountain from Bloberg Beach. And did you know that's also rated as one of the most Instagrammable spots in the world?
I've seen,
yeah. That's where I live. I'm just saying.
Oh, wow.
That's my beach.
Views on views.
But it really is such a pity that more South Africans can't experience the magic of the mother city more often. It really is. Now, actually, though, with Mango offering a 2-night travel package from only 2,300 Rand per person, it's becoming a bit more possible. So if you would like to experience the magic of Cape Town, head to flymangotravel.com and you could be traveling to this picturesque city and stay in the Stay Easy Hotel for 2 nights. That's between the 1st of May and the 31st of August. So be sure to check out that deal on flymangotravel.com. And also remember, those T's and C's do apply. You'll find them on the website as well. But what an offer. 2,300 Rand, hey?
For like a whole holiday
Come
like this, come
on.
experience the best city in the world, Cape Town. I mean, honestly, it's a no-brainer.
Well, we are enjoying having the Cape Town Carnival performers in studio. You can catch more of them coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And then, of course, we check out some tech news. MIT is also changing the world as we know it. All that more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let me try this on one more time, just for... Oh, there we go. Now it fits.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marsha Ambrosia, Lettuce, Kelly Price, and Jill
My skin is black. My arms are long.
The work. Okay, well, so we know that we don't...
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuned into your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3. Welcome to your Thursday morning. It's so good to be hanging out with you. Cool. So we're going to be running you through some of the top tech stories that's been making the rounds on social media. You love robotics? Yes?
It depends.
Is it scary?
Depends.
It is a little bit scary. Come on, we can admit that. But, I mean, we love robots. We really do here on Expresso. We've been talking about it quite a lot. And over the past year, we've explored some rather incredible advances in the world of robotics as well. But this week, MIT in the USA released a video showing a newly designed mini version of their Cheetah robot that has some pretty nifty features. So basically, it can actually take a look at this video. There it is. It can bend and swing its legs, enabling it to walk either side, up or upside down. Plus, it can also trot over uneven terrain about twice as fast as the average person's walking speed. It looks creepy. Plus, it's also the first four-legged robot that is able to perform a backflip and is designed to be virtually indestructible. So even if it messes up the backflip, scientists say it will kind of incur little to no damage. Look at that. Hey!
Guys.
There we go. And it's like this little compact little thing. No way.
I don't know how I feel about these things, though.
Ooh.
Especially the virtually indestructible part.
Look at that. Hey? The virtually indestructible part, it does sound scary, but it gives you a bit of a glimpse as to where robotics is going. And I mean, obviously they're designing it, you know, with the idea of helping humankind going forward as well. So
look, these things are all great. I just wish I didn't watch all these movies where they end up coming for us in the end. Do you know what I'm saying?
I know.
So,
well, then again, there's world invasion
now.
movies and the structure, you know, it's
well, this week our minds were also blown away by news that there's been a breakthrough in the fight against HIV. This week, scientists in Europe cleared a patient of the virus after a bone marrow transplant. Now, the person who was dubbed the London patient has remained anonymous and is only the second person ever to be cleared of HIV. Now, the first happened 12 years ago, and this was using similar treatment. Now, the London patient received a bone marrow transplant in 2016 from a donor with a genetic mutation known as CCR5 Delta 32, which is a very unique mutation that gives resistance to HIV. After stopping ARV treatment, a year later, he was finally cleared of the infection. However, they do say that bone marrow transplants are very risky and it can cause long-term negative effects. So the likelihood of this becoming a general and common treatment is very slim, but the news does bring hope that there is a cure. So very, very interesting.
That is very exciting, that there's this genetic mutation almost that can prevent somebody from...
I do think like at some point in the future we'll find one. I know that scientists are working day and night on finding a cure for HIV, so it's going to happen at some point.
Yeah, man. Well, that story is definitely a story that rocked the world and caught a lot of positive news headlines, which is great. Thanks. So that's some of our top tech stories this morning on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. If you know about any other tech stories, if you into your tech fields as well, you can always let us know. Hashtag Expresso Show. Connect with us on our social media pages. Now, moving on to some more tech. We're talking about the Samsung S10. The Galaxy, it is out, almost out, and we've been loving the phone and all of its features. Now, I think recently I discovered this awesome feature called Bixby Vision. It has to be one of my favorite features on the phone because it allows you to translate languages in the real world by using your phone's camera. And especially if you are traveling and you're going to abroad, this is something that I would have needed as well when I went to Miami last year and Mexico and all the signs. So here we have a sign. I'm going to show you how to quickly do it.
Okay, cool.
Let me just clean the screen for you a little bit.
Yes.
So very easy. So it's basically integrated in your camera. So you just open your camera like that, and then you have your Bixby Vision right at the top there. So I'm just going to enable it. So what's great about the Bixby Vision is you can also point it at objects if you're not sure what it is, and it can try through Google kind of, you know, recognize it for you. But I'm going to put on the language feature right there, and then check this out. I'm going to try and hold it.
Okay.
And it's going to be a direct translation. So there we go. No trespassing to, let's refresh it, to everyone. Wait, let's get a better angle. It's not good on the TV, hang on. There we go. No trespassing to everyone outside the work. So that's a direct translation.
Oh, wow.
So basically, hey, you will know. If you don't work there, you can't go there.
So it's basically only
Live
staff
translate.
allowed.
Yes.
No other people are allowed.
But a direct,
to
and it
trespass.
also replaces the words. You can try it.
That
Try
is
it out there.
fantastic.
It's on there. But this is great. Let's say, for instance, you are in a Chinese restaurant and you don't know what the menu says. You know, this is a great way. You're holding your fingers over the camera. You know, it would help if the camera is open. But you'll see then it replaces the...
No trespassing to everyone outside the work. Yes.
How's that? And it
now
replaces it like that. I think that's pretty cool, man. So
this phone is everything. I'm just going to keep it for a little bit.
Keep it for a little while, but you know what? You can be among the very first with Dion Wyatt to get your hands on the exclusive Samsung S10. You can pre-order the phone right now on dionwyatt.co.za. And the exclusive Dion Wyatt pre-order deal of the Samsung S10 includes free Samsung Care, valid for 2 years, which consists of 2 front screen, back glass and battery replacements, repairs in-store at Dion Wyatt, free device health diagnostic and software upgrade. That's a total bundle saving worth 6,100 Rand. So go out, pre-order right now from 15,599 Rand. You can just visit that website, dionwyatt.co.za, to check out this particular deal and also place your order right now. You will not regret it. It really is a brilliant phone from what we've seen so far, what it can do, and it just looks sexy, man. It really does.
Talking about sexy, can I see your pictures?
Go through my pictures. It's fine. I think there's some of you on there.
No weird ones. Just
No, there's no weird ones. It's
checking.
all good. Check it out, dionwyatt.co.za.
All right, on that note, it's time for us to take a quick break right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. After the break, the Cape Town Carnival performance. You're going to see that live right here on Expresso. And then still coming up, we've got Jeff Kinney in the house this morning to talk about his book, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Meltdown. So make sure you don't move an inch. We'll see you after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. Yes, when you hear this tune, you know what time it is. Because you know what? Millions of people every day all over the world, they celebrate their birthdays. What we do here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show is we take a moment to just go into it and celebrate and wish you a very happy birthday if you're celebrating yours. So you and we've got a list of them.
Exactly. It is a very special moment, as you mentioned as well, because, I mean, a birthday should be celebrated. It really should. So we're going to start off. Happy 15th birthday to Lily. So may you have many, many more. I guess that's from the family. Lily, on the 7th of March, happy birthday. And then we have also one happy 13th birthday to my niece, Kesley. She is a ballerina and performing her first major production soon. We are so, so proud of you. May the year ahead bring only blessings with love from your family. Kelsey Adams, happy birthday.
Here's a message from Anissa, who says, I would like to send a birthday message to my eldest sister, Muniba Adams, on her 39th birthday. That's from baby sister Anissa. Happy birthday, Muniba. And we've also got one for Niven. Happy 12th birthday to this little man. Look at him. Niven, may you have many, many more with love from your parents.
Ah, that's special, man. All right, let's move on. Malachi is celebrating his very first birthday today. Happy birthday, little man. Very, very cool. I love
Malachi
that.
with the good hair.
Look at that little face, eh? He looks like quite a character.
Adorable.
And then a happy 13th birthday to our son, Caden. May you have a fantastic day and an even better year. 13 years old, Caden.
We've got another one. It doesn't stop there. We've got Shamil Williams. Shamil is turning 39 today. but according to his family, he's as youthful as ever. And they send you best wishes on your birthday, Shamil. And so do we. Happy birthday, Shamil Williams, on your 39th birthday. And another one, Felicity McGrath. It says here, happy blessed birthday, Felicity McGrath. 62 years old today. Allow your day to be awesome and fabulous. We love you. And this comes from the McGrath clan. McGrath clan. They love you all so much.
Fantastic. We have one more. Jordan Josephs is celebrating his 19th birthday today. Happy birthday, Jordan. Suiting up and looking snazzy.
Yeah, man. Well, that is where we leave the birthdays. If you want to be like all these guys that we love, who we wish they should have a happy birthday, send us an email, birthdays@cardova.tv. Be sure to include a picture, the person's name who's celebrating their birthday, your details, and we will be sure to put it up on the television.
Exactly. And from my side as well, I don't have a picture, but it's my cousin's birthday as well. Jerome von Sale, happy birthday,
Jerome.
my brother. Love you lots, my brother. Love you lots.
Okay,
All right,
well,
so that's a
it's
wrap.
time to go to the news, right?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Thank you so much, guys. In the national news this morning, the Independent Electoral Commission in the Western Cape has met with the Muslim Judicial Council in Cape Town to discuss how observing Ramadan would impact on the national election scheduled for May the 8th. The holy month of Ramadan is expected to start on the 5th of May. IEC Provincial Electoral Officer Courtney Sampson says both parties are having frank discussions to accommodate Muslim voters and volunteers working on voting and results day. During the course of Ramadan, Muslims engage in increased prayer, charity, and fast from dawn to sunset. The Hawks will use whatever relevant information the Zondo Commission of Inquiry into State Capture reveals while treading cautiously so as to not disrupt the process, Hawks head Godfrey Labia said. Now, the Parliamentary Portfolio Committee on Police yesterday. He said the Hawks had a colonel with a watching brief present at the Commission, and where a crime had been committed, there would always be a reaction. But said Labia, the Directorate would always engage first with the National Director of Public Prosecutions, Shamila Batohi. Now, moving further abroad, the government of Japan and the UNESCO International Institute for Capacity Building in Africa signed a project agreement worth $500,000 yesterday. The aim of the project is to support the peace, resilience, and building and prevention of violent extremism in Africa through teachers' development. The project targets 12 African countries to train at least 3,000 teachers and 120,000 youth through teachers and advocacy. The project will be implemented from now and run until February 2020. An Albert Einstein puzzle has been solved thanks to a missing page of a manuscript emerging in a collection of his writings acquired by Jerusalem's Hebrew University. The handwritten page, part of an appendix to 1930 paper on the Nobel Prize winner's efforts towards a unified field theory, was discovered amongst the 110-page trove the university received a fortnight ago. Most of the documents constitute handwritten mathematical calculations behind Einstein's scientific writings in the late 1940s. A 1935 letter to his son expresses concern about the rise of Adolf Hitler's Nazi party in Germany. And then finally, much has been said and written about the dwindling numbers of rhino, wild dogs, elephants, lions, etc. But a new scientific review of insect numbers startlingly warns that bees, ants, and beetles are disappearing 8 times faster than mammals, birds, or reptiles. Meanwhile, some species, such as houseflies and cockroaches, are likely to boom. Insect-based ecosystem services such as pollination and pest suppression are essential for agriculture and food security for an ever-growing global population. The main culprit is the use of pesticides as they decimate beneficial insect communities, including those that control pests. So, let us treasure our bees, ants, and beetles. After all, our coexistence is a delicately balanced, symbiotic one, and I do not want the rise of cockroaches in my life. Time to take a look at what's happening in the world of sport. Here's Ewan.
Thank you so much, Leanne. Let's run you through your sport headlines once again. Captain Faf du Plessis welcomed 5,000 ODI runs, and fast bowler Kagiso Radaba 100 wickets as the Proteas went 2-0 up in their 5-match series against Sri Lanka with a 113-run victory in the second ODI in Centurion yesterday. While Quinton de Kock hit 94 off 70, Rabada, bowling at more than 150 kilometers per hour at times, took 3 for 43. Now an opportunity to seal the series at Kingsmead in the third ODI on Sunday. And Ole got the job done again, and now Shuri must get the job. Manchester United advanced to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League last night after defeating Paris Saint-Germain 3-1 in the second leg of their round of 16 tie. Lukaku scored twice before VAR saw Marcus Rashford converting a penalty in stoppage time. In the other second leg tie, VAR featuring once again as Alex Telles scored Porto's extra time winner from the penalty spot to see them progress past Roma. And in South African football news, in the PSL, Elysia Rogers came to Free State Stars' rescue for the second time in 5 days in a 1-1 draw with Polokwane City, moving Elakoto out of the relegation zone. Further afield, sadly, Banyana finished in 10th place at the Cyprus Women's Cup after losing 3-0 to Finland, but coach Desiree Ellis believes they achieved their objective of getting valuable experience ahead of their maiden World Cup. That's where we leave your sport headlines for now. We'll bring you another roundup in half an hour's time. Right now, here's a look at your traffic.
Thank you, Ewan. Let's take a look at your roads. A first look at that in Gauteng, Diepkloof. That's where we start off. There has been an accident on the N1 northbound after the N17 turnoff. 2 lanes are obstructed and causing delays at the moment. And in the Western Cape, in Guguletu, on the N2 inbound, there has been an accident before Orchards Quarry Road, obstructing the left lane. Please approach with caution. And roads are also wet this morning, so please increase your following distance. If you're off to the trains in the Central Line, the current available fleet on the Area Central allows for 1 train every hour. That means the running times between Chris Hani and Belleville via Laverstown and from Cape Town are approximately 90 minutes. Here's Ewan with the weather.
Don't fear the flu. Boost your immune system with Effaflu C Immune Booster by Pharmadynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.
Thank you so much, Debiso. Let's quickly take a look at your weather and your temperatures going into your Thursday. Before we do so, we've also asked you to send in some of your pictures showing us what it looks like in your parts of the world. You can just take them and post them on our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page. Now, Alan Rudnicki did exactly that. Good morning, Alan. He sent us this beautiful skyline from Cape Town. Alan, you can expect rather cloudy conditions with occasional morning rain and a drizzle, reaching a maximum of a cool 21 degrees. Have yourself a beautiful day, Alan. Thank you for your picture. Right now, getting into your temperatures for the rest of the country. Taking a look at Polokwane first, starting off on 16 minimum, reaching a high of 30. Mbombela 18 and a high of 30 as well. Pretoria 17:32 with some thunder showers forecast. A couple of thunder showers forecast for Johannesburg as well, starting off on 16, reaching a high of 30. Mahikeng 19:32, Klerksdorp 16:32. Kimberley starting off on 20 minimum, your maximum a hot 35. Bloemfontein 17:31, Richards Bay 21 and a maximum 32. Pietermaritzburg 19:23 and some thunder showers expected. Durban 23 and a high of 30. Mthatha 17:30, East London 19:26. Cradock 15:35, Port Elizabeth 18:24, George starting off on 16, your maximum 24, Sutherland 9:26, Cape Town 16 and a high of 21 and showers expected throughout the course of the day. Worcester can expect some thunder showers today, starting off on 12 minimum, your maximum 29, Springbok 12:28 and Uppington 19, reaching a very hot 36 degrees Celsius. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 7 o'clock bulletin. We'll be back with another update in half an hour's time.
Well, it is World Plant Day today, and we celebrate and take a moment to just reflect on how amazing in our lives plants are. We've asked you on social media if you enjoy your veggies and how often in the week you actually do have your veggies. Here's Katlea Hotsipi saying, "Morning fam, my favorite vegetable is spinach. I try by all means to eat it every day." Oh well, hello Popeye. Yeah, here's another one from Celan Rosie saying maybe twice a week. We've got a comment here as well that I saw from Kola Ngonyelo saying, "Morning family, my favorite veggies are pumpkin and butternut. Love you guys." We've got Rishi saying, morning fabulous Expresso team. I love any herbs and fit at least twice a week. Why don't you let us know what your favorite vegetable is and how often in the week you have it by using the hashtag Expresso Show on Facebook.
Now, more than 50 incredible performance groups will be joining the incredible floats, the giant puppets, the extravagant costumes. And here to bring us a sneak peek of what you can expect at the Cape Town Carnival is lead performer Tyron Zoutman. Take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, Marsha Ambrosius, Lettuce, Kelly Price, and Jill
My skin is black. My arms are long. My hair is woolly and my back is strong. Strong enough to take the pain inflicted again and again. What do they call me? My name is Sarah. Sarah. My skin is yellow. My hair is long. Between two worlds, I do belong. Yeah. My father was rich and wide. He forced my mother late one night. So what do they call me? My name's Saffronia. Saffronia. Yeah. My skin is tanned. My hair is fine. My hips might invite you daddy. My mouth like wine. Who's little girl and I? Anyone who has money to buy. What do they call me? My name is Sweet Thing. Sweet Thing.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
All Expresso presenters and guests fly domestically with Mango. Enjoy outstanding service, online check-in and seat selection. With the widest booking and payment options, Mango is the only airline globally to accept store charge cards as a means of payment. Fly in comfort with ergonomically efficient seats for more legroom. Aboard a fleet of new generation Boeing 737-800 aircraft. Join the presenters of Expresso and fly Mango.
Welcome back. You're tuning into a Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3. It's a Thursday morning. So good to be hanging out with you. Thank you very much for tuning in. Of course, the weekend is also just around the corner, and that means new movies that we can look forward to. So JP Sebastian's in the house. We're going to chat about a couple of new ones. But first, here's your box office top 5.
That old bat Madea is on her swan song. Let's see if you'll miss her in last weekend's box office top 5. If your kid's nagging you for karate lessons, they're probably also nagging to see Alita Battle Angel. It's 5th. The Lego Movie 2 gets its blocks busted to a weak opening in 4th. Tyler Perry can proudly hang up the wig in his 3rd-placed Madea family funeral. How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World maintains altitude at 2 in its 5th week. Taraji P. Henson still has the best guess on what men want, in at number 1.
Hey, man. Okay, what men want, number 1. I was just like, I didn't realize it's, I just, bam. Okay, what women want,
You remember the one, obviously, from, it was Mel Gibson, and Helen Hunt back in the day.
Brilliant movie, good movie.
This one, at least, I think, has more bite to it. And actually ended up, even though it's like a generic copy of a copy kind of thing, it ended up being quite funny for me.
Well, it opened at number 1. There we have it.
Probably good, like, I don't know, evidence.
Yeah, look, I was a big fan of What Women Want, Mel Gibson.
Have you figured it out?
I still haven't figured it out, no.
I can see. There's like desperation in the eyes.
Give me a Hans's Mel. Okay, listen, dude, let's talk about some movies that we can expect. Red Room, local movie. We spoke about it on the show. We had Kanyimba on the show as well. Yeah, run us through.
So the story and what I can tell from the trailer and some of the materials that I've read is that she is the wife of like a kingpin businessman. His life's all sorted out and they're very rich until obviously what you're seeing now is the downfall.
Yeah.
He dies, I believe, under mysterious circumstances. We'll find out more when the movie comes out. And she falls into the street life, basically. Like, everything crumbles. And this is at a time, as you can see, that she is heavily pregnant. She's about to give birth. So things could not be worse for whether it was a human being, but on top of it, it's a pregnant human being. She there gets rescued by a guy who seems like a good Samaritan. He seems like a knight in shining armor. And he's got sort of a haven, I think, for people who are out in the street. What you find out is in the haven, and what you look at it now is that there's this gross underbelly to it, that there's this dark side to it. So what's interesting for her is that I think she just did a movie with Leon Schuster as well, so she's done like goofy comedy. She's done before that, she did rom-coms, and now at least she's trying something a bit different. This looks like it's a thriller, and interestingly from the poster, it looks heavily inspired by that movie Red Sparrow.
Red Sparrow.
Identical, but so maybe in a good way, like she saw something in there that she loved. She was on the production side of the movie as well, and says it was total labor of love. So nice to see a local like talent get hands-on behind the scenes too.
Okay, cool, man. Listen, let's move on to this one. White Boy Rick, Matthew McConaughey, dude, a big fan of his acting, his work as well.
How can you not be, man?
Brilliant, brilliant actor. So
another guy who like puts in his all into anything he's in,
and the way that he does what he does to his body to just transform into these characters and roles,
and could so easily just like, there's so many directors out there, I'm sure, who are like, hey, why don't you just do the McConaughey thing over and over again? Or no, he actually like takes time to research character and all that kind of business. This is based on a true story about a guy who is in jail to this day, and he got there at age 17.
Wow.
In 1986, thereabouts. Anyway, what he was, White Boy Rick, Ritchie Merritt Jr. Was an informant for the FBI. And they built him up and basically manipulated him to be a kingpin in Detroit of selling dope. So that they could find out arms dealers and all that kind of stuff, which his father was. His father's a licensed guy who'd go to these conventions in the United States, buy guns, and then filter that out onto the streets. So it's this crazy world, and obviously it still speaks to a time that people are concerned about today with sort of police corruption and that kind of business. I think, like I said on Tuesday when I reviewed it more intimately, more closely, if you're into stuff like Wolf of Wall Street or whatever, and you love these stories of people making this huge climb to see the inevitable downfall of a poisonous corrupt system and infrastructure in society. Maybe this is your kind of thing.
Well, there we go. It looks good. I mean, like I said, Matthew McConaughey, I don't think you can go wrong with that kind of movie.
Absolutely
JP seems to love it as well. So those are 2 movies you can look forward to, Red Room and White Boy Rick. We are going to be talking about Captain Marvel. Yes. Let me see the eyes. Let me see Captain. Okay, it doesn't look too bad. No, JP will be back.
JP liked it.
Always an interesting take on movies with JP Sebastian. Thank you, guys. All right, so now what we've been doing here in studio is we have been loving the new Samsung Galaxy S10. We've played around with it. Ewan's one. We've touched and felt it. It's been so incredible just playing around with this toy. But we've also recently discovered there's a new feature on it, or an awesome feature, which is absolutely groundbreaking on the phone. It's called Bixby Vision. And what it does, it helps you translate languages in the real world by using the camera, which Leanne is going to show us, right?
Exactly. So the way Ewan showed me a little bit early on, because naturally I'm still waiting for my Samsung Galaxy S10, is let's just open up the screen. Then we need to go over here to the camera. Right at the top there, you see Bixby Vision. We're going to click on Bixby Vision. Then we're going to go to the language option over here. All right. And then what's nice is it gives you all of these little dots. Okay. So those dots are going to read the language. Now, let's say you're in a foreign country. Naturally, you don't know what anything means. This is about as foreign as it gets.
Yeah. What is that?
Okay. This is Japanese.
Japanese.
Okay.
Okay.
So what I did was I thought about the phrase that you use the most.
That I use the most?
That you use the most, all right?
All right.
We found the Japanese translation. Now we need to let everyone see what Tabiso uses the most, what
I'm
phrase.
keen to see.
Okay,
Should I help you while you take a picture of it? I'll hold the paper.
I'm good.
Are you okay?
I'm
all right.
a modern woman, child.
Okay,
cool. So here we're using Bixby Vision over there.
Okay,
all right.
well, she's okay.
Well,
I need to... I need to use a toilet. This is insane.
How
because you've
amazing.
just pointed the camera at the piece of paper with that Japanese writing on it. It's literally translated and put in English what it says on the paper. I've never seen anything like it.
There we go.
This is by far the most groundbreaking thing, the most groundbreaking feature I've seen on a cell phone.
Let me tell you,
Ever.
I feel like going to Japan.
So
and just using my Samsung Galaxy
just like
S10
everywhere you're going, just like...
I know what you're saying.
Because basically what this means is if you were sitting at a restaurant, you were handed the menu, because most of the menus in Japan would probably come in Japanese.
Japanese, yeah.
Is you don't have to just go by what it looks like on the picture. You can actually read to understand what it is. You just hold your phone up. That is insane. Well,
sometimes all I do is like, goof, and then you get frog
I
legs.
just look, do I see prawns? Do I see dog? Do I see what? And I order whatever I see on the... I mean, honestly. Well, look, you can be among the first to experience and play around with the new Samsung Galaxy S10 by going on dionwired.co.za and pre-ordering your own one. They've got them available. They've got an amazing deal going on there. This is an exclusive Dion Wired pre-order deal for the S10. It includes free Samsung Care, which is valid for 2 years, which consists of 2 front screen, back glass and battery replacements, repairs done in store at Dion Wired, free device, health diagnostic and software upgrades. The total bundle saving is worth 6,100 Rand. So you can pre-order yours now from 15,599 Rand. Go on dionwired.co.za and check out this deal. Place your order now. You don't want to miss out on all this amazingness.
Wow, and even when you do it like this, it still reads it properly. Check that out.
See?
Boom.
Oh, wow. I'm sold. I'm going to be logging on very soon on dionwired.co.za and pre-ordering mine.
Do you need to go to the toilet?
No, I don't, thanks. So thoughtful.
We say you can go, man. You can go. It's fine, dude. But you guys are having way too much with my phone. Just make sure I get it back, okay? Please. We're going to take a very quick break. When we come back, you might recognize this. Of course you would. Jeff Kinney, he is in the studio. First time in South Africa as well. He's got a brand new offering. Of course, he is the author of A Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Stick around. There's a nice little competition for you in there as well. And then we also talk about a brand new movie that we're all looking forward to. Superhero movie. It's, now I forgot the name completely. Marvel, Captain Marvel, there we go. Thank you for my director reminding me in my ear. We'll be back after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. It's so good to hang out with you. It's your Thursday morning. Now, Diary of a Wimpy Kid is one of the world's most renowned children's book series. With 13 installments and more than 200 million in print, 3 of the books have also been made into feature films. Now, this morning, Expresso is very lucky to have the man behind it all in studio, Mr. Jeff Kinney, all the way from the USA. Jeff, thank you very much for joining us, my man. It's so good to have you. How are you doing?
I'm excited to be here. It's my first time in South Africa, so this is a big deal for me.
All right, we'll talk about why you're here in just a second, but let's talk about this franchise, man. Diary of a Wimpy Kid. More than 10 years old right now, still going strong. You're still coming up with fresh stories. How do you do it, man? What is the inspiration for you? Where do you get it from?
Well, for me, the inspiration is just everyday life. These are stories of childhood, the things that happen to all of us every day. And so it's really exciting to me. I live in Plainville, Massachusetts. I come here to South Africa, and the kids seem to have the same stories. You know, we have the same touchstones of childhood.
Yeah. Okay, cool, man. And I love that because you obviously, very closely able to relate, your personal stories into the books. And that's what I think makes it so relatable and successful as well. But what is also great, it not only appeals to children, it appeals to adults as well. And I like to get stuck into some of these books as well. Was that your intention from the get-go with these books, or was it mainly focused on kids at first?
It was. Actually, I wrote the books for grown-ups. I thought that I was writing comics, something that would sit in the humor section of the bookstore, not the children's section. And so I worked on it for 8 years, showed it to a publisher, and my publisher said, actually, you've written a children's series. And so I think I became a children's author by accident.
Yeah, well, good on you, man, because look what happened. Look at how far you've come with it as well. So you said it's your first time in South Africa, Jeff. So far, how's the experience been?
It's been great. It's otherworldly for me, and I'm going to be really sad when I have to go home tonight.
I'm sure, man. Oh, well, that is sad. You should have stayed a little bit longer as well. What brings you to our sunny shores?
Well, I wanted to promote the book and to meet the fans. I write in Plainville, Massachusetts, and then it's very isolated. And then I get to go out into the world and meet the kids who are reading my books, and it inspires me and motivates me to keep going.
That's awesome, man. So you have a brand new offering out as well, The Meltdown.
That's right.
In a nutshell, what is this particular story about?
The Meltdown is about a neighborhood war. The neighborhood turns into like a snowy battlefield, which I know you guys aren't really familiar with here. Yeah. But I think kids can relate to this idea of rival factions within the neighborhood. So that's what it's all about.
Okay, cool, man. But then we're going to give some viewers the chance to walk away with some of the copies of the book, which is going to be amazing. But just taking a look at, I think, the social responsibility aspect, why do you feel it is so important through your books, through what you do, to get young people reading physical books in a world where we just constantly glue to technology?
Yeah, I think we know intuitively that giving a book to a kid is a really sacred act. Yeah. I think that a kid connects to a physical book in a way that they would never connect to a download on a screen. I own a bookstore back in Massachusetts, and I love handing a kid a book because I know it might change their lives.
And I see that is great, because there's nothing about the touch and the smell of actual pages.
I agree.
Yeah. Just before we go, after all these years, you've launched now this brand new one, but there's another one in the work as well, focusing on not the Diary of a Wimpy Kid, but its friend.
Yeah, Greg has a best friend named Rowley Jefferson, and I have a book coming out called Diary of an Awesome Friendly Kid, which really accentuates the positive in this character. He's very innocent, and he loves being a kid. And I thought it would be a nice complementary book to the Wimpy Kid series.
I think it's great, man. Jeff, thank you very much for joining us this morning. I got to ask you, with regards to the competition, I'll tell you all the details just now, but it's got to do about some of the most embarrassing moments at school, and we all have those.
Yeah.
Did you draw on something like that, maybe going into your books? What were some of your embarrassing moments at school?
Well, thanks for putting me on the spot. I remember when I was in the second book, I have this moment when I was on the swim team growing up. It was really cold in the water, and so every day I'd say to the coach, can I go into the bathroom? Can I use the bathroom? He'd say yes. And so I'd stay in there the whole time, the whole practice, and I'd get so cold in the locker room that I'd wrap myself up in toilet paper.
Oh, no.
So those embarrassing moments have become the the big moments in my Wimpy Kid
Look
books.
at that. You see, now I love that. Jeff, thank you very, very much. I'm not going to go into my embarrassing moments right now, but avid readers and Wimpy Kid fans, listen up right now, because I've mentioned the competition this morning. We are giving away 5 copies of the latest edition of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Meltdown, signed by Jeff Kinney himself. So to stand a chance, simply find the competition post on our Facebook page and leave a comment sharing your most awkward school experience, just like Jeff did. Whether you let one maybe rip in the classroom, I don't know, or fell asleep during an exam, share your story with us. Remember, those T's and C's do apply, and you can find them on our website, expressoshow.com. Jeff, once again, thank you very much, and all the best for the rest of your stay. I know that it's a short one, but appreciate the offerings that you're bringing us over the years, man. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
In the national news this morning, the Independent Electoral Commission in the Western Cape has met with the Muslim Judicial Council in Cape Town to discuss how observing Ramadan would impact on the nation's elections scheduled for the 8th of May. The holy month of Ramadan is expected to start on the 5th of May. The Hawks will use whatever relevant information the Zondo Commission of Inquiry to state capture reveals, while treading cautiously so as to not disrupt the process. Hawks head Godfrey Labia told the Parliamentary Portfolio Committee on Police yesterday. On the international front, the government of Japan and the UNESCO International Institute for Capacity Building in Africa signed a project agreement worth $500,000 yesterday. The project will be implemented from March of this year to February 2020. An Albert Einstein puzzle has been solved thanks to a missing page of a manuscript which emerged in a collection of his writings acquired by Jerusalem's Hebrew University. The handwritten page was discovered amongst the 110-page trove the university received a fortnight ago. And then finally, Forbes yesterday released its 33rd annual ranking of the world's billionaires, featuring the planet's wealthiest individuals. There are 2,153 billionaires on the 2019 list, with Amazon's Jeff Bezos remaining in the top spot with $131 billion. Bill Gates remains number 2, and Warren Buffett is in the 3rd spot. At age 21, Kylie Jenner is now officially the world's youngest billionaire. She launched Kylie Cosmetics in 2016, which is now worth at least $1 billion. 5 of South Africa's wealthiest also cracked the Forbes richest list. Nikki Oppenheimer is at number 200, Johan Rupert is at 317, Patrice Motsepe is at 962, Koos Becker is at 1008, and Michelle Leroux is at 1818. Well, that was your 7:30 news update. Let's get another look at what's happening in the world of sport with Ewan.
Thank you so much, Leanne. Let's run you through the sporting headlines once again. Captain Faf du Plessis welcomed 5,000 ODI runs, and fast bowler Kagiso Indaba 100 wickets as the Proteas went 2-0 up in their for their 5-match series against Sri Lanka with a 113-run victory in the second ODI in Centurion yesterday. While Quinton de Kock hit 94 of 70, Rabada bowling at more than 150 kilometres at times took 3 for 43. Now, an opportunity to seal the series at Kingsmead in the third ODI on Sunday. And then Ole got the job done again, and now surely must get the job. Manchester United advanced to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League last night after defeating Paris Saint-Germain 3-1 in the second leg of their round of 16 tie. Lukaku scored twice before VAR saw Marcus Rashford converting a penalty in stoppage time. In the other second leg tie, the VAR featuring once again as Alex Telles scored Porto's extra time winner from the penalty spot to see them progress past the Roma. And in South African football news, in the PSL, Elysia Rogers came to Free State Stars' rescue for the second time in 5 days in a 1-1 draw with Polokwane City, moving Elakoto out of the relegation zone. Further afield, sadly, Banyana finished in 10th place at the Cyprus Women's Cup after losing 3-0 to Finland. But coach Desiree Ellis believes they achieved their objective and of getting valuable experience ahead of their maiden World Cup. So we leave your sport for now. Here's another quick take on the roads.
Thank you, Ewan. Let's take another look at your roads. We start off in Gauteng in Centurion. There has been a multi-vehicle accident that's on the N1 southbound before the Brakfontein interchange. 3 lanes are blocked right now and causing heavy delays. And in the Western Cape, in Langa, on the N2 inbound, there has been an accident before Robert Sobukwe. All lanes are open, but delays can still be expected this morning. And off to the trains, the Southern Line, the T0110 train from Retreat to Cape Town is cancelled, and this is due to sets being out of service. The next train is expected to be cancelled as well, so please do allow for extra travel time. Let's take a look at the weather with Ewan.
That's right. Thank you, Sabiso. Let's run you through your temperatures once again. It is your Thursday morning. We've also asked you to send in some of your pictures. We want to see what it looks like in your parts of the world, and you can do so by posting them on our social media pages, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3 on Facebook. And that's what Veronica Pai did, who sent us this amazing sunrise from Shetty Beach in KZN. Veronica, thank you very much. You can expect partly cloudy conditions today, and also a strong thunderstorm in the area towards the evening as well. So take care, get that umbrella ready, reaching a maximum of 27 degrees. Shelly Beach in KZN. Veronica, thank you very much. Have yourself a beautiful day. Let's take now a look at the temperatures for the rest of the country. Polokwane starting off on 16, reaching a high of 30 degrees. Mbombela 18, 30. Some thunder showers in Pretoria, 17 minimum, reaching a high of 32. A couple of thunder showers forecast for Johannesburg as well, 16 minimum, your maximum 30. Mahikeng 19, 32. Klerksdorp 16, 32. Kimberley 20, 35. Bloemfontein starting off on 17, your maximum 31. Richards Bay 21, 32. Pietermaritzburg 19, 33 with thunder showers expected. Durban 23 and your maximum 30. Mthatha 17, 30. East London 19, 26. Cradock 15, 35. Port Elizabeth 18, 24. George 16, 24. Sutherland 9 and a high of 26. Cape Town 16, 21 with some showers throughout the course of the day. Worcester 12 minimum, your maximum 29. You can also expect some thunder showers. Springbok 12, 28 and Uppington on 19, reaching a high of 36 degrees. That's a wrap of your weather and your temperatures for the 7:30 bulletin. We'll bring you a final update just after 8.
Now, in celebration of International Women's Day, the Motsepe Foundation's Women's Unit will be driving discussions on gender balance on the African continent, joining in on the global conversation started by the UN Women. The summit will bring together thought leaders who will reflect on the issues around gender equality and women empowerment.
That's right, Leah. Now, the Motsepe Foundation has partnered with SABC3 to put this important forum together because the channel celebrates the progressive spirit of South Africans and in particular South African women. Yeah. Now, with the plight of women empowerment and protecting them being very prominent and very topical, they want to position themselves as a channel that elevates and celebrates our women, giving them the stage to excel.
Absolutely. Now, as part of our commemoration of this important global day, Expresso will be providing extended coverage of this auspicious event. So make sure that you keep it locked on your Feel Good Breakfast Show to ensure that you can be aligned with the goals that drive the improvement of our society. So we will be keeping you updated along the way. Talking about updates, coming up after the break, our movie review of the movie Captain Marvel. I've been waiting for it for a while. Can she save the Marvel Universe? Who knows?
I think
Only
she can.
time will tell. Do you think so?
she can. Also still coming up, we're checking in with the design in Indaba. It happened last week. It's really all about looking at a better world through creativity. That's coming up after the break.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. You are tuning in to your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3. Thank you very much for tuning in on this fresh Thursday morning. Right now, we are back with JP Sebastian talking movies, my man.
Yes.
Captain Marvel, set the scene.
An important character since people lost saw Infinity War. This is supposed to be the person who is going to rescue half the planet, including everyone who else returned to, like, dust and lint and whatever in that movie. So yeah, in preparation for Endgame, which is coming out, JP does not know when right now, Captain Marvel is being introduced. But I think people might have a misconception from some of the trailers that they're going to see something that's just pulse racing action non-stop. Yep. But I tell you what, I've got a clip here that shows that a lot of it is just really like a cute, almost like road movie between her and Nick Fury. So here's a scene with Brie Larson and Samuel L. Jackson trying to figure each other out as she just lands on planet Earth for the first time.
Oh, you want to get personal.
Where were you born?
Huntsville, Alabama, but technically I don't remember that part.
Name of your first pet?
Mr. Snoofers.
Mr. Snoofers.
That's what I said. Did I pass?
Not yet. First job?
Soldier, straight out of high school. Left the ranks of full bird colonel.
Then?
Spy.
Where?
It was the Cold War. We were everywhere. Belfast, Bucharest, Belgrade, Budapest. I like the bees. I can make them rhyme.
Now?
Been riding the desk for the past 6 years, trying to figure out where our future enemies are coming from. Never occurred to me they would be coming from above.
Name a detail so bizarre a scroll could never fabricate it.
A toast is cut diagonally. I can't eat it. You didn't need that, did you?
No, I didn't, but I enjoyed it.
Okay, your turn. Prove you're not a scroll.
That looks like fun.
Yeah, speaking of what women want, right? It is. It's actually a lot of fun. So what was happening there, by the way, is that there's a race that she is fighting because the movie introduces her as part of the Kree, if I remember correctly, and some nerds can beat me up if I haven't. But Gamora, the green lady from Guardians of the Galaxy, she's also Kree. Anyway, they're an elite military culture, and they're a warrior sort of, culture. And she finds herself there. She's accepted by them and she's trained by them, etc., etc. And they're fighting these Skrull that she just mentioned there, who are threatening the outer territories, and she's trying to detect if he is one of these shape-shifting Skrull, because they can make themselves look like a Ewan at any moment.
Oh, wow, okay.
No, don't. Okay.
That was weird. Okay.
It's love, bro, don't worry. Not that you're a Skrull or something. So, yeah, the story is just following then, interestingly, to take a break, at least from all the human drama that we've seen in the Marvel Universe, these new factions, which for me is always fun, like seeing the new politics, the new cultures and whatever. And aside from them, there's also Skrull, Kree, and then there's the dudes from first Guardians of the Galaxy who are led by a guy who looks like he's crying black makeup, like his mascara's running, but I don't remember their name either. So most importantly, obviously, you're seeing your young Nick Fury, who is digitally de-aged. Okay. Clearly, Samuel L. Jackson does not look like that. Yeah. That's by the magic of computers. And I think like I said, the advertising is not given away well enough, is that you're not here just to see like Scorp Skit and whatever. Yeah. It's actually a lot of fun. It's hilarious, the two of them, and actually the bad guys are quite funny too. Pretty surprising.
Well, it looks cool, man. I think it looks great. I love the fact that you said you bring in the human element there as well. You've got another clip for us.
Yeah, so what I always appreciate is when you watch these movies, you see that these actors have put in blood for months to do whether martial arts training or whatever. Keanu Reeves is my favorite for that. But this time, Brie Larson spent, she says in this next thing, you'll see how long doing what with her body to prepare for the role of Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel.
We need heroes. We need you.
Captain Marvel is about somebody who goes on a journey of discovery. And I think it was really important for Brie to learn how to fight.
By the time we started shooting, I had been training for 9 months, and I'm glad that I did. Doing fight sequences up and down a train for 3 days felt kind of alive.
The thing that I found so unique about this character was that sense of humor mixed with total capability in whatever challenge comes her way.
You know how to fly this thing?
We'll see. Which I realized after going to the Air Force Base is really what Air Force pilots are like.
That's a yes or no question.
Yes. We simulated a dogfight. We were on the offense, we were on the defense. We got to 6.5 Gs.
It was amazing.
It's a lot of work. She brings so much of that to the role. It's pretty awesome.
Love that. Love that. 9 months in training.
Really do dig if like an actor didn't just walk on set, say their lines and say bye, you know,
Yeah,
gonna get a
exactly.
foamy latte or something
But
like
I mean,
that.
this makes it, you have to make it believable, man, and this is why it's cool in
To
her
see that
role as well.
millionaires put commitment with their bodies in as well. Maybe it makes them
Exactly.
look a
All
bit
right,
better.
dude, so let's talk scores. Popcorns, man.
Got to be
what's your
honest,
vibe?
I have seen some reviews though, and I think they rightly and fairly probably say that it looks like she doesn't show up sometimes as the character, but I think that's partly a misunderstanding. What she is, as she said, this all-powerful being who has almost a cocky edge to her, in a way like a, you know, flyboy, fighter pilot type thing, fly girl. Could be like, she's almost like James Bond in that way, or even Tony Stark, and boys wouldn't have a problem with that if Tony Stark was being cocky.
Yeah.
Talking about butthurt guys out there. However, yeah, I do get that can be like she's too flat or she's not, you know, in the role or something like that. Still, lots of fun, a jolt, and very funny at times. 7 out of 10 is not bad for the movie that's bridging us to the next big thing, Avengers
All right,
Endgame.
7 out of 10. I think that's great, man. JP, Sebastian, and action movies and a 7 popcorn. We like that.
I need 9 months of training.
After that, brand new movies releasing. Check it out, Captain Marvel.
Too much popcorn.
Now, since 1995, the annual design Indaba has drawn an audience from all over the world of the most amazing creatives working across advertising, fashion design, and marketing. They come together to hear about innovation, celebrate innovation and creativity. Now, this year was no different. 3 days in Cape Town at a conference, understanding what creativity can do for the world. And next well, it's our fashion editor was there to capture all the action.
Design Indaba 2019. This is the one destination you have to be if you're a budding creative. From fashion to architecture to design, it has it all. We're giving you a trend preview for 2019. Let's go. Now listen, Sempo, Design Indaba, it's popping off. This is where trends are made. Tell me, what are some of the big trends in architecture we can look forward to in 2019?
I think a very clear theme that's sort of emerged from Design Indaba is sort of coming back to our roots and as Africans and how we design. I think the idea overall collection is probably one of the major sort of representations of that, and how we can embrace local materials and design that is born and bred on the continent and create world-class designs that are as good or even better than anything you can get anywhere in the world.
I like that saying world-class. Where does South Africa, in your opinion, currently sit in the world of international architecture, and how do we maintain competitive edge but still retain a South Africanness or an Africanness?
I think South Africa's a bit confused. I think South Africa's always wanted to see itself as a world player. And I think sometimes it forgets its own roots, and in trying so hard to be an internationally recognized architectural space, we forget that we are Africans and that we are in Africa. And so there are certain materials that you can only find in the Cape. And if we embrace those materials, and those are the materials that we use and build out of, then they become unmistakably Cape, or unmistakably Free State, or Johannesburg, or even just generally South Africa. And I think if that's sort of the mentality, it will become less about the aesthetic, because the aesthetic will become inherent, right, through the use of those materials.
Design Indaba sets the standard for creative innovation in Africa, and with an ethos of a better world through creativity, renowned Kenyan film director Wanaru Kahiu helped set the tone. What's it like to come down to South Africa and showcase a project that's so close to your heart?
I think it's just, my biggest joy is being able to share Rafiki with an African audience, because the film is banned in Kenya, so I feel that the more audiences, especially African audiences that can see it across the continent, it really gives me such hope and such joy. So being here with this project and speaking on this stage about joy has been a joy, has been absolutely fabulous.
I can imagine. What is it about the film specifically that creates that sort of hostility or antagonism in your home country?
Well, I think because the story is a story about same-sex love, there are current laws on the table that criminalize homosexuality. So that, I think, is the biggest problem. So the ability to be able to show a story about love should not be a problem. And that's why we're currently in court pushing for freedom of expression.
Next was arguably the most lauded advertiser in the world, David Droga, a man who has twice been named one of the top 100 most influential leaders in marketing, media, and technology. David, you're one of the keynote speakers here at Design Indaba. Give us a bit of a preview into the presentation you're about to give.
Advertising is $1 trillion industry, and to most people, it's a burden or pollution. My side of the equation, I think advertising can be spectacular and add value when it's done well. So that's why the title of my speech is called From Fireworks to Lighthouses. You know, sometimes I want to do work that's entertaining and magnificent, like fireworks, or I want to do work that is helpful and adds value, like lighthouses. Everybody is in advertising, essentially, even those people that don't realize it. Anyone that has an Instagram account runs an advertising agency.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like with great power of the industry, it's an amazing opportunity.
What are some trends or some realities you think will be occurring the next 5 to 10 years that some people might not really realize or be aware of?
I feel like it's being, obviously, work is now being much more targeted. You know what I mean? And there's two ways to look at that. There's either targeted because it's actually trying to add value, or hopefully there's less of this, but it is happening. More stealth stuff, which is trying to pretend it's not advertising, pretend it's not marketing, and that's the stuff that I find a bit dodgy.
I've been around a lot of South African designers, and let me tell you, your pieces are next level.
Thank you so much.
Honestly.
Thank you.
And it's an aesthetic entirely your own, but talk about your influences. Where do the bio influences come from?
So my influences for the brand Orange Culture is really just about how I grew up and what I grew up around. I'm very much influenced by stereotypes and pushback. So growing up being sort of a different representation of what I felt a man was.
And how are your pieces received in a place like Nigeria? I mean, I would imagine it's still quite a patriarchal, more of an emasculating culture as we find in a lot of countries around the world. So how have you been received at home?
People saying, oh, this is how you need to be, this is the way men are supposed to be, this is how men are supposed to dress, sound, whatever the case was. And for me, that was a stereotype that I felt needed to be challenged. And so when I started the brand, I used the brand as an opposition for what I felt was a problem and not just the stereotype that needed to exist. So I used the brand then to push for impact, not just create clothing, but to push for impact and to challenge things that exist that I feel should not exist and ask those questions, why do they really exist?
If you had to sort of forecast, where are we going in terms of African fashion? What tidbits can you give our viewers?
I think in terms of African fashion, we're getting to a place now where we're about individual expression, and so designers are finding their own voice. So it's about self-tales and self-stories and self-expression and representation.
Design Indaba 2019, proving that African talent across all mediums is a global force. Though competition is rife, we can and do have a place at the international creative table.
Nice,
Well,
man.
That seemed like a fun event to be at.
Very, very cool. Now, tomorrow is the big day, Uncle
Yes,
Tabsy.
it
is indeed.
the big day, indeed.
It's the official launch of the Samsung S10 range, and if you pre-order now from diony.co.za, you will get the Samsung Galaxy Buds valued at 3,500 Rand, so you can listen to your favorite tunes in style.
Oh man, it's so exciting. Now the Galaxy Buds, they feature a fuller sound tuned by acoustic specialist AKG. They are amazing, who are renowned for their high quality headphones. It gives you an incredibly rich, high resolution, and it sounds like live sound. It's incredible.
Man,
Now, the high efficiency micro battery keeps you immersed in sound for up to 6 hours between charges. Plus, you can charge them with your S10's wireless power share function, which I think is just mind-blowing.
That is mind-blowing. I think out of all the features, that's probably the one addition to this phone that I think, like, man, that is cool.
It's
that
a game
is really,
changer
really
of
cool.
night.
I mean, your phones, your smartwatches, any other thing that's enabled with wireless charging, you can charge on your phone, which is amazing. So remember, when you pre-order your S10, you'll not only get the Galaxy Buds for free, but also a JBL speaker and a mini car charger. So go on to diony.co.za to check out this deal right now and place your order. You will not regret it.
Brothers of it.
This is the problem. You, live TV, Nicholas, we're teaching Nick all the time how to be prepared.
Yeah.
We're in our
WBT room.
What's happening here, Nick?
Listen, hot off the press. We're at Paris Fashion Week, just wrapped up. Catch Expresso tomorrow, Fashion Fix. But I want to talk what some celebs are doing and how you at home can get the look. First up, let's start with Janelle Monáe.
Oh, I love
Monáe,
Janelle.
hey, she was spotted in the streets of Paris. Look at her here, Leandra. Sporting a woman's suit. It's a tailored suit, y'all. But what I want to do at home is interpret it for you South Africans. Yes. Guys, let's get creative. What about a man's silhouette for a woman in a suit? Take your man's jacket from his closet, roll up the cuff. It's an oversized silhouette. It's oh so easy. And instead of you doing a standard tailored pant, go for the Sports Luxe trend.
Wow.
Do a gym sweat pant instead. That silhouette for me is muy caliente.
Wow,
Muy
fantastic.
caliente.
I can just see South African men hitting the streets to protest the fact that now their
Leave my
clothes
suit
are being
alone.
worn by
But would
their
you ever
wives
do
and
that?
girlfriends.
Would you ever go to your boyfriend's, if you had a boyfriend, which you don't, but if you had one, Would that change your
How
life?
little Nicholas knows about me, darling.
Yes, queen.
No.
No. Why not?
Because no, it's just not a thing. But should I try this on and maybe see if I like
Listen,
it?
try it on. I mean, it's not going to go perfectly well with the dress we've bought today. It's not exactly what I'm talking about, but you'll get the idea.
All right.
The thing about wearing your man's suit is you have to roll up the cuff. You have to inject some sort of shape into it.
Cool.
So guys, don't
My
judge
man
me.
is really tiny.
But that's what you want, and this is a good tip. Women, if you want to wear your man's clothes, get a short, skinny boyfriend. Seriously, you don't want no oversized dude. No hate to the oversized men out there.
Okay.
But that's the key. Get a skinny man.
So basically, find yourself a Nick. Very, very nice.
Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Nick.
Thank you.
This is definitely a look that I'll try out. I'm not going to knock it until I've tried it.
Thank you.
But still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we've got our Cape Town Carnival performers in studio, and they're going to give us another sneak peek as to what we can expect on the 16th of March. And then also we create more awareness around World Birth Defects Day. All that and more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is really nice.
This is really nice.
I wouldn't date a guy like you, though.
No.
Join the party. Join the party on Top Billing this Sunday at 5:30 as blogger Kenny Jules Marifi Winslow shows off her crib. If you like Italian, Chef David Higgs just opened his new trattoria, introducing the best pazzo-style cooking. And rugby star Dylan Smith finds true romance with his bride Susanna Stapelberg. That's Top Billing this Sunday at 5:30. Repeat Tuesday 3:30 on SABC3. The stage is yours.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's time for your daily dose of feel good.
So good.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso right on SABC3. It's so good to be hanging out with you. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's almost the weekend, guys. So right now, though, on your Thursday morning, to get you inspired, to get you feeling good, we got some awesome little stories for you that's going to put a smile on your face.
Absolutely. Okay, so this one is definitely like top of the cake for me. Because, you know, let's be honest, a cat is a cat is a cat. No matter how big or small it is, you know, putting a cat in a cage somewhere is not going to make it any less a cat.
Okay.
Have a look at this particular one that just loves the attention.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's a cat.
Yep. Yo, look at that, eh?
Oh, man.
That is beautiful.
It is so cute, right? It's really enjoying these loves.
Yeah, a little scratch here, little scratch there. Like, please keep going.
Don't stop.
Oh, man.
I
can't believe this is so good.
Oh,
You see now,
man,
and I love
that
it, but
is
that's
so
exactly
cute.
it. Doesn't matter, big or small cats,
They
they
want
all
the
act in the
love.
same
love
way.
That
Okay.
love, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm actually just sitting here wondering if Zoe would consider adopting one of those kind of cats and having that. I mean, I don't know. She's
going to have to get a big place then. I don't know. Listen, here's our next one. Have you ever seen a hedgehog stretch?
I haven't.
No? Well, you're welcome. Have a look.
Oh, okay.
Yes! Can we see that one more time? Just one more time. I think we missed it. It was so quick. Okay. Come on, it's a Thursday. Everything from the legs to the tongue, everything. Well, that made you smile, didn't it?
Man, it really is an overload of cuteness. Take a look at this one. It's a 10-month-old baby. She is super talented, more talented than most people I know, and she's leaving all the doctors speechless. The parents don't know where she gets it from. Take a look. 10 months
and
old.
I can't even draw like that.
I can't even draw like a stick figure. Oh, man. No, we've got an artist coming up. I'm actually looking to see if it's
is it her arm?
Really her arm. Mfuni Sandra says Tatu. What?
10 months?
It's unreal. It is just so unreal. Wow, that is just so unreal. No. That is an artist. That is an artist whose artwork we're all going to be buying in the next couple of years. In fact, at this rate, we're probably going to be buying the artwork right now. She can take that to a gallery, and I will swipe.
That is impressive.
It is hugely, hugely impressive.
What are you doing with your life?
Yeah. Well, listen, if you find any interesting videos that make you feel good and you want to share them with us so that we can share the feel-good factor with the rest of South Africa, why don't you share them with us? Send them to us and we'll put them up. Right now, it's time to check in with the news with Leanne.
Thank you so much, Tabiso Nguyen. The Independent Electoral Commission in the Western Cape has met with the Muslim Judicial Council in Cape Town to discuss how observing Ramadan would impact on the nation's, or rather the national election scheduled for the 8th of May. Now, the holy month of Ramadan is expected to start on the 5th of May. IEC Provincial Electoral Officer Courtney Sampson says both parties are having frank discussions to accommodate Muslim voters and volunteers working on voting and results day. During the course of Ramadan, Muslims engage in increased prayer, charity and fast from dawn to sunset. The Hawks will use whatever relevant information the Zondo Commission of Inquiry into State Capture reveals while treading cautiously so as to not disrupt the process. Hawks head Godfrey Labia told the Parliamentary Portfolio Committee on Police yesterday. He said the Hawks had a colonel with a watching brief present at the commission, and where a crime had been committed, there would always be a reaction. But said Labia, the Directorate would always engage first with the National Director of Public Prosecutions, Shamila Batohi. Now moving further abroad, the government of Japan and the UNESCO International Institute for Capacity Building in Africa signed a project agreement worth $500,000 yesterday. The aim of the project is to support the peace, resilience, building and prevention of violent extremism in Africa through teachers' development. The project targets 12 African countries to train at least 3,000 teachers and 120,000 youth through teachers and advocacy. The project will be implemented from now and run until February 2020. An Albert Einstein puzzle has been solved thanks to a missing page of a manuscript emerging in a collection of his writings acquired by Jerusalem's Hebrew University. The handwritten page, part of an appendix to a 1930 paper on the Nobel Prize winner's efforts towards a unified field theory, was discovered amongst the 110-page trove of the university, or rather that the university received a fortnight ago. Most of the documents constitute handwritten mathematical calculations behind Einstein's scientific writings in the late 1940s. A 1935 letter to his son expresses concern about the rise of Adolf Hitler's Nazi Party in Germany. And finally, much has been said and written about the dwindling numbers of rhino, wild dog, elephant, lions, etc. But a new scientific review of insect numbers startlingly warns that bees, ants, and beetles are disappearing 8 times faster than mammals, birds, or reptiles. Meanwhile, some species such as houseflies and cockroaches are likely to boom. Now, insect-based ecosystem services such as pollination and pest suppression are essential for agriculture and food security for an ever-growing global population. The main culprit is the use of pesticides, as they decimate beneficial insect communities, including those that control pests. So let us treasure our bees, ants, and beetles. After all, our coexistence is a delicately balanced symbiotic one. Well, that was your 8 o'clock news update. Here's a final look at what's happening in the world of sport with Ewan.
Thank you so much, Leanne. Just running through your sport headlines one more time for your Thursday. Captain Faf du Plessis welcomed 5,000 ODI runs and fast bowler Kagiso Radaba 100 wickets as the Proteas went 2-0 up in their 5-match series against Sri Lanka with a 113-run victory in the second ODI in Centurion yesterday. While Quinton de Kock hit 94 off 70, Rabada bowling at more than 150 kilometers per hour at times took 3 for 43. Now an opportunity to seal the series at Kingsmead in the third ODI on Sunday. Then Ole got the job done again and now surely must get the job. Manchester United advanced to the quarterfinals of the UEFA Champions League last night after defeating Paris Saint-Germain 3-1 in the second leg of their round of 16 tie. Lukaku scored twice before the VAR saw Marcus Rashford converting a penalty in stoppage time. In the other second leg tie, VAR featuring once again as Alex Telles scored Porto's extra time winner from the penalty spot to see them progress past Roma. And in South African football news, in the PSL, Eliza Rogers came to free the Free State Stars' rescue for the second time in 5 days in a 1-1 draw with Polokwane City, moving Ela Koto out of the relegation zone. Further afield, sadly, Banyana finished in 10th place at the Cyprus Women's Cup after losing 3-0 to Finland, but coach Desiree Ellis believes they achieved their objective of getting valuable experience ahead of their maiden World Cup. And with that, we leave your sport headlines on your Thursday morning.
Thank you, Ewan. Let's take a final look at the roads across South Africa. Starting off in Gauteng and Kempton Park, there has been an accident on the R21 southbound. That's before the Atlas Road. Traffic is bumper to bumper as you head towards the airport, so please be patient on the roads. We shift the focus over to the Western Cape and Ottery on the M5 northbound. There is congestion between Retreat Road and the N2, and the average traveling speed there is 15 kilometers per hour with delays up to 45 or 42 minutes rather. Off to the trains, the T3505 train from Cape Town to Wellington is delayed due to the T2510 train that failed at Kraaifontein due to a defective set. So please allow for extra travel time. And now we shift the focus over to the weather. Now we've asked you to send us some beautiful sunrise pictures. And here's one from Alan Rudnicki. Thank you so much for your beautiful skyline from Cape Town. And as well as you, Veronica Pai, for your amazing sunrise from Shelley Beach in KZN. Those are lovely, lovely pictures. And we shift over to the temperatures now, starting off in Polokwane with a minimum of 16 and a maximum of 30. Mbombela is at 18 and a high of 30. Pretoria 17 with a high of 32. Johannesburg 16 and 30. Mahikeng 19 reaching a high of 32. Klerksdorp starts off at 16 reaching a high of 32. Kimberley 20 and a maximum of 35. Bloemfontein 17 and 31. Richards Bay 21 with a high of 32. Pietermaritzburg 19 reaching that high of 33. And Durban 20 with a maximum of 30. Mthatha 17 with a high of 30. East London 19 reaching a maximum of 26. In Cradock 15 and 35. Port Elizabeth 18 and a high of 24. George 16 and 24. Sutherland 9 with a high of 26. With Cape Town at 16 and showers and a high of 21 also can be expected there. Worcester is at 12 and 29 today. Springbok 12 with a high of 28. And lastly, Uppington 19 reaching that high of 36. Brace yourselves. That's where we leave your weather for the morning.
Well, come the 16th of March, be prepared to be blown away by the annual Cape Town Carnival that is going to be absolutely incredible. Here's a sneak peek of what you can expect on the day by lead performance Anele and Mxolisi. Here you go. time for us to take a look at what's happening on your feel-good breakfast show after the break. Naturally, I need a Nick Strelitz in my life because we've been talking about different ways that you can, of course, prepare for this winter. We've already suited up. We've brought some athleisure into our lives.
Yes.
Now you're going to take us through some tonal advice.
Queen. So we're still at Paris Fashion Week, which is the penultimate in fashion weeks.
Yes.
We saw a lot of tonal wear. Cue Miss Zendaya, who's one of our absolute favorites. The viewers at home can see she's head-to-head in this stunning sort of mint green. Let's talk tonal wear for men. Guys, tonal wear, doing a tone on tone, is an easy way to invigorate an otherwise maybe substandard outfit.
Wow.
So if you do a tone on tone, it's instant elevation, instant drama. My big top tip with tonal wear for the fellas this season, if you're gonna go the same hue, which is what tonal wear is about, you have to distinguish and delineate with textures.
Yeah.
Because like I always said, you don't wanna look like an amorphous blob of the same color. So if you're doing something with texture, like the stunning puffer jacket by Edition, offset with a cotton polo from Studio W in the same hue, do you see what I mean? It just gives you levels.
Oh, I love it.
Tonal wear is all about levels.
I love that you've even picked this color. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with this mustardy.
What did I tell you about the green and yellow undertones in your skin?
Yes, we're still looking for the green
You cannot do mustard,
undertone.
Leanne. Mustard is not for you.
Okay, I think that we need to decide that tomorrow.
Oh,
okay?
poll.
Yeah, I
Tuesday
think we
poll.
need to
Check
decide
us
that
out.
tomorrow because I feel like I could pull this off.
Okay.
I feel like I can. All right, well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we are going to be chatting more parenting, and it is all about World Birth Defects Day. We're going to get into that. And then remember on our social media posts, we were asking you about your favorite vegetables. Well, it is International Plant Power Day. We're getting into the kitchen with a very interesting recipe. All that more coming up on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Dress me in the oversized jacket.
No.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso right here on SABC3, getting into your baby talk this morning. That's what we reserve our Thursdays for, and it's a rather serious conversation we're having right now. Birth defects, they are a significant cause of child mortality. Now, they impact millions of families, and a sustained focus is really needed to support research, prevention, and treatment. Now, March the 3rd, 2019, marked the 5th annual World Birth Defects Day, and this year's theme is Many Birth Defects, One Voice. So here to help us unpack the significance of World Birth Defect Day is occupational therapist Meg Foray. And as always, our lines are open 021-430-9881 if you want to weigh in on this discussion. Thank you very much, Meg. Hello, how are you?
Hello, Ian. Good, thank you.
Good, good, good. I think let's dive straight into it. What are the main causes of birth defects?
Well, I think you could break it down into three main areas. Things that happen before you fall pregnant even, things that happen during pregnancy, and then things that happen at birth. So examples of things that would cause birth defects before pregnancy would be chromosomal disorders, so things that are actually carried in your family genetically. That would be an example. Deficiencies of certain things in your vitamins and minerals, and also if you're not immune to certain diseases. So those are things that are kind of happen before you fall pregnant that you can take care of. Then during pregnancy, there are certain things that we do or don't do that really can lead to birth defects. Things like, for instance, drugs and alcohol, that type of thing. And then, of course, something happening at birth can also lead to birth defects, like if the baby has no oxygen at birth, that could lead to a birth defect.
So there are some things that parents then can do to avoid it. Just to highlight the main things again. I mean, if you want to kind of try and eliminate that before you fall pregnant.
So if you haven't fallen pregnant yet, it's very important, first of all, that you might want to have genetic testing done if your family has had a history of anything untoward with one of the other kids, for instance. Secondly, you are going to want to make sure that you are healthy and fit and not drinking alcohol or taking drugs. You're going to want to see your doctor to have certain tests done. So, for instance, are you immune to things like German measles or chickenpox? Because both of those can cause birth defects, like, for instance, deafness, for instance. And then you're going to want to make sure that you're not on certain medications. So there are medications that you need to come off before you fall pregnant. So that's what you do before you fall pregnant.
Right, okay, cool. Well, it's good to know that there are a couple of things that you can do and can think about before you fall pregnant. Alcohol fetal syndrome, not only, I think, a big problem in South Africa, but the world over as well. What exactly is that? What does it entail?
So we actually have the highest incidence in the world here in Cape Town, which is absolutely tragic. It probably has something to do with the wine farms around the area and the way that people were traditionally paid in the DOP system. Fetal alcohol syndrome is absolutely tragic. Alcohol is known as a teratogen, which means that it's actually poisonous for the developing brain. Sure. It's one of our biggest poisons for the developing brain. And almost any levels of alcohol in pregnancy can expose the baby to brain defects. And that would then obviously cause things like mental retardation, particularly. We also have something called fetal alcohol effects, which is when you're drinking not enough to really damage the brain, but to cause little effects to the brain, and that can cause things like attention deficit disorder, for instance. So, I mean, the message to moms when it comes to alcohol is absolutely straight. Alcohol is a poison for your developing fetus. You must not drink it in pregnancy. Okay. What's difficult is that we don't know exactly what level of alcohol causes the birth defect. Right. So some moms think, okay, I can just have my 1 glass of wine a day or my beer, 3 times a week or whatever it is. But in actual fact, we don't know what level it is for your developing fetus. So the best rule of thumb is absolutely no alcohol during pregnancy. It's 9 months of your life. Please avoid it.
Yeah, and I think that's a very important point to note because, like you rightly said, you can go, but it's a personal thing, and we just don't know.
We don't know.
So the best way is to avoid it completely. All right, perfect. Meg, thank you very much. If you have any questions, our lines are open. This is a rather serious discussion. We're talking about birth defects. 0214309881 is that number to call if you want to maybe give a comment or ask a question to Meg as well. You're more than welcome to connect with us right now. Our lines are open. Call us. We're going to be back with Meg in just a little bit.
So the 7th of March is Plant Power Day, and we've asked you if you like your vegetables like we love our vegetables here on Expresso. And let us know on Facebook as well how often in the week you actually do have them. And we've seen some of your comments that have arrived here. Anthony von Rain says, Morning Expresso A-Team, my favorite is literally picked off my hydroponic, fresh, organic growing system. Wow, fancy, where I make a fresh salad every day, including my chilies, herbs, lettuce, and tomatoes. Yummy. It does sound so yummy. Send us some chilies, Anthony. And Trudy Khaladi says, my favorite veggie is baby marrow, mushrooms, and everything with green salad, and my kale. I can't stay without it in my meal. Nabila Frederick says, morning, y'all. I love my vegetables. Hubby and son, not so much. So I try and sneak it in at least 3 times a week by making a stew or bready twice in the week. On a Sunday, I add roasted vegetables to lunch as well. And my favorite is steamed baby marrow and roasted butternut. Let us know what your favorite is and how often you have it. Hashtag Expresso Show.
Well, it's so wonderful to hear what your favorite vegetables are, because today we're celebrating International Plant Power Day. Yes, all of us carnivores can keep our meat-eating habits aside for today, because we're encouraging everyone to add plant-based foods to our diets. Now, in the kitchen this morning, to show us how delicious and easy it is to prepare a plant-based dish, is Chef Vani Padiachi from Marigold Restaurant in Franschhoek. Chef, how are you this morning?
Very well, and you?
I am fantastic. I'm really, really excited about this, because I do think just for today, if ever we were going to make a plant-based food a priority, today would be a good one.
Today's a very good day for plant-based dishes, and I've got an exciting dish which is on our Marigold menu.
Yeah?
And it's aloo palak, which is potato and spinach.
Aloo palak, which is basically potato. It's so exotic. I love it.
It's romantic.
I love it, and romantic. So what are our ingredients needed for aloo palak today?
It's very easy. The ingredients is very simple. So it's baby English spinach. It's been blanched and pureed.
Wonderful.
I've got potatoes that's been par-blanched. Fresh ingredients of garlic, fresh ginger, that beautiful fragrance coming out.
Lovely.
Our spice is cumin seeds, coriander, ground cumin, and for a little bite, we have some dried chili.
Ooh, we're here for a little bit of bite. Cool. Take us through how we make this delicious recipe. The keyword, by the way, eat to 33728.
So it's very simple. A little bit of oil in your heated pan. And I'm just going to add some cumin seeds. Let that pop, fizzle.
Oh, get it in there.
Chili, how spicy?
Mild. Make it mild so that everybody can have. Yeah, you know, not everybody is as spicy as you and I are, Chef.
A little bit more, a little bit more. And just saute that up. Oh, can you smell that?
I'm smelling
and
flavor popping.
A little bit of garlic. Some julienne ginger because we want that fragrance,
We're building our
earthiness
flavor right
to come
now.
out.
Our flavor profile's going in there.
Yes, and in goes our spinach.
Wow. And this is our blanched and pureed baby spinach
yes.
at the moment.
That's all it is. And saute just to bring those flavors together. And we're going to add our ground cumin and coriander.
Wonderful. Today is International Plant Power Day. We are encouraging everyone to incorporate a plant-based diet into their lives. If not, you don't have to do it every day, but you can do it every now and then, especially today because everyone's doing it internationally. It's a thing. Chef Vani Padiachi from Marigold Restaurant in Franschhoek is here, and we're currently making an aloo palak, which is spinach and potatoes. I love that.
And it's vegan as well.
And it's vegan, wonderful.
It's vegan, bonus.
I love the fact that we're adding potatoes because the spinach can be kind of like one texture. And now the potato is adding variations in texture, which is wonderful.
Do you want to taste?
Well, I would love to taste.
Okay, you're going to taste for seasoning.
Okay. Should I just use my finger?
Go on. That's what chefs do. We just pretend we use
a little bit more salt. Just a little bit more.
A touch. There we
go.
It's
so delicious. I would never have thought. It tastes like a curry almost.
It is a curry.
It's a curry. It's a spinach curry. Never have I ever.
And a little bit of fresh tomato concasse, just to give it a different texture as well. And there is our dish.
The key word for this gorgeous aloo palak, which is spinach and potatoes, is eat to 33728. It is International Plant Power Day, and we are encouraging everyone to embrace more plant-based food in our diets every single day. This is absolutely amazing. SMS EAT to 33728 will gladly send you the link to the recipe and the ingredients list, and you could be making this yourself. Chef Padiachi, you've done the most!
And fresh coriander and a little bit of julienne ginger.
Wow.
And there we go.
Bob is your
aloo
uncle.
palak.
Well done. Go team.
Plant Power Day is getting better and better in the kitchen here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. We're taking a break. That's not the end of it, though, because after the break, we're going to show you how to make a mixed vegetable kachoris, which is apparently really delicious as well. And then we're going to catch up with one actor, Ritchie Merritt, who is going to be chatting to us about White Boy Rick right here on Expresso after the break.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. We are still here with Meg Foray, our occupational therapist, talking about birth defects in our Baby Talk segment. Of course, the 3rd of March of this year marked the 5th annual World Birth Defects Day, and we're talking about this very important topic. Once again, if you want to give us a call, 021-4309-881. Meg, thank you very much. In fact, we have a caller from Joburg this morning. Good morning.
Hi, Maggie.
Maggie, how's it?
Hi, fine and you?
Good, thank you. What's your question or comment for Meg?
My question is smoking before you fall pregnant and also smoking during pregnancy. How dangerous is it to the baby? Or, yeah, I just want to know that, please.
Okay, yeah, that's a really good question. Smoking per se doesn't cause birth defects, so it is not fabulous for your health. And it's certainly not good for your pregnancy in total, but it doesn't actually cause birth defects. It is one of the drugs that doesn't, but it can cause low birth weight babies. So, you know, I mean, I think the rule of thumb is if you're smoking before pregnancy, give up so that you can have a really healthy pregnancy. If you're smoking in pregnancy, try and stop, but ultimately it doesn't actually cause birth defects per se.
All right. Maggie, thank you very much for your question. I hope that helped as well. I think it leads right into my next question in terms of safe kind of practices that you could put in place to prevent things like birth defects or problems arising. What would you say are some of those important factors that you need to look at, what you need to put in place whilst or maybe before and during your pregnancy?
So actually our most common birth defect is actually cleft palates and spina bifida, which are completely avoidable because you just need to take folic acid. So that is an absolute basic.
Folic acid, wow.
Folic acid is very important, and we actually recommend you start taking that, and I think it's 400 micrograms before you even fall pregnant, so leading up to the pregnancy. So that's avoidable, and it's a good thing to do. And then, of course, there's certain tests that you can have done during pregnancy to just make you aware of any birth defects. And those, many of those tests are done routinely, like your ultrasound. That's looking for quite specific little birth defects and growth and so on. And then you've got your tests that happen intermittently through pregnancy. One of the kind of biggest ones that gets done is the quad test. And if something is picked up there, you can go on and have an amniocentesis, to really have a look at the chromosomes if there's concerns around the baby and the fetus.
Meg, we've got another call on the line. Vanessa from Cape Town. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, Ewan. This is Vanessa speaking. I've got a condition called Arnold-Chiari malformation, type 1, with syringomelia. Now, it's a hell of a long thing. I was born at 8 months, and at the time, they told my mother, she gave birth. I'm getting emotional. She gave birth by a cesarean section, and they told her it's either her or me, and we're both still alive. I'm 50-odd, and she's 70-odd. And I'm now disabled and partially paralyzed as a result of my condition.
Sure.
So it's a hell of a thing.
Vanessa.
I would like to know how does this condition affect my mortality, because it's now affecting my mobility terribly.
Well, thank you first and foremost for sharing, Vanessa. Really appreciate your call.
And I think you can really hear in Vanessa's voice the pain of things that come from before birth, the things that are unavoidable that you're born with, and the pain that causes both to the mum of the baby who has the defect as well as the person's life, long term. I can't say, because I don't know what that syndrome is, what life will hold for Vanessa, but I think it's important for us to realize just how important it is to be aware of birth defects and avoiding them.
Vanessa, thank you very much for sharing. We share with you this morning, appreciate it, and it just goes to show how important it is for a mother and as a couple to take care of each other and their health, before and during pregnancy, just to kind of, avoid things like these. And I think it's really, really important as well. What about people wanting to have babies when they're a little bit older as well? I mean, does the risk increase of things like birth defects?
So the risk of birth defects definitely increases with age for a number of reasons. Our eggs aren't quite as fresh as they were when we were 25, when we get to over 35. So you're considered to be an older mum if you're over 35, which seems completely irrational because 35 is young. But certainly as you get over 40 years of age, you definitely are having higher risks of birth defects. One of the other reasons is that you have a higher risk of multiple pregnancies, of having twins and maybe even triplets. And the more, and multiple pregnancies hold a risk of birth defects higher than singleton pregnancies as well, because of the birth process and how early those babies are often born. So premature birth is also linked to birth defects.
Well, like I mentioned, it's a very big discussion this morning. We have another caller from Gauteng, Nelia, I presume. Nelia?
Yes, good morning. I'm on the line.
Good morning, good morning. What is your question or comment this morning? Thanks for calling.
My question is, I've got an adopted baby. Well, she's now 7 years old. Mother used while pregnant crystal meth drugs. She was diagnosed with ODD. And I just want to make sure, because it's getting better, but sometimes it's really bad.
Yeah. So,
I mean, you can give me an answer on that?
Yeah, I'm not familiar with ODD. Do you have the full name of that?
What is the full name, ODD?
This is when they get all these aggressive outbursts, and we had to go for parenting.
Yeah.
Because we had to learn not to be, our faces had to show not aggressiveness or anything, because it seems like they get sort of a panic attack, and then they attack you.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, so, I mean, first of all, crystal meth is obviously one of the drugs that you absolutely must avoid during pregnancy, and that will cause some difficulties, and certainly for her, that is what has come through. I think the most important thing now is to love her and to manage her behavior. And it sounds like you're getting the help in terms of the therapy and so on, and that really is what's most important. I think at this stage, at her formative stage, she's 7 years old, what you're putting in place now is actually really what's going to make the difference through the adolescence years. So very important what you're doing, and and loving her and being a contained family unit.
But I really do think that you are doing the right thing for going to counselling and parenting and seeing how you should respond to that condition as well. So well done for that. Keep up, and just like Meg said, keep loving her as well. Meg, thank you very much. You can see that there's clearly a lot of people affected by birth defects, whether it is their own child or, like we've also heard, adoptive children as well. So it just becomes absolutely imperative how important it is to take care whilst pregnant.
Absolutely. There's
Take care of what you put in your mouth, what you eat. Folic acid as well, like you said, is a big one as well. Meg, thank you very much. Really appreciate you giving us all that advice. That's your baby talk for your Thursday morning. And once again, thank you very much for all the callers as well that connected with us.
Well, we are back in our kitchen this morning with Chef Vani Padiachi, and we're celebrating International Plant Power Day. Vani's plant-based dishes are absolutely amazing, and earlier we made an aloo palak, which was a very delicious spinach and potato dish. Now we're making kachori. Kachori. Chef, what is a kachori?
It's a samosa, but it's a patty. So it's got a beautiful filling inside, and I've made a totally vegetarian plant power day, but it's not vegan because I'm going to use a little bit of ghee and I'm going to use paneer.
So how is it different from a samosa though?
So samosa
except for the shape,
yes, but it's the basic same dough, which is flour, a little bit of celery seeds, salt, water. You make a nice firm dough, which I've pre-made some dough, and let's get to the filling.
Let's get to the filling. What do we need for our filling?
We need some butter. So I'm going to melt that.
Get it in there.
Ghee.
Or ghee.
Or ghee, yeah. It's actually ghee. And add a little bit of chili, ginger, garlic puree.
Nice.
And then our spices,
which is
cumin seeds, ground cumin, ground coriander, a little bit of garam masala, and turmeric.
Wonderful.
So it's a very simple dish, and also the spices, it's not burny spice because you're using fresh chili.
I love about, when I used to think plant-based, I used to think bland. I'm sorry, I was very ill-educated, and I see that there's so much flavor packed into plant-based foods.
There is lots of flavor, and especially with Indian food and North Indian food, we use a lot more ground spices. So, and this is one of Marigold's charts or street food.
Okay.
So in goes some potato.
Some peas.
Potato. I'm going to add some potatoes now.
All right, cool.
You make me nervous.
Some more spinach.
More spinach.
Leftover from the last recipe.
Yes.
I love it. We're not wasting. Waste
No,
not, want not.
Not at all. And we're going to add some potatoes, and I've just parboiled it and grated it. And all that's going to do is hold together. And some paneer.
Some paneer. Our keyword this morning for this recipe is dish. You can SMS that to 33728. We'll gladly send you the ingredients list and the recipe, and you could be making your very own kachoris as we celebrate World Plant Power Day.
So this is our filling,
Is that our filling?
Because this needs to be cold, I have pre-made some filling, but I'm going to show you how to roll
the dough.
Yes.
Alrighty.
So a little patty, press down. And it's a nice firm dough, almost like Play-Doh.
Okay, wonderful.
Play-Doh.
So we could get involved. Everyone can get involved.
And a teaspoon of the filling.
Nice.
And you just bring it together, make sure it's nice and tight.
Yeah.
Press it down, and that's your kachori.
Bob's your uncle right there.
And if anyone has any problems with folding the samosa, getting that triangle, and we're not getting it right,
Forget about it. Make a kachori. Yeah. And of course, if you are looking for other meat substitutes for plant-based living, you can use lentils, you can use beans, you can use legumes, you can use nuts. The options are endless.
Endless.
Wonderful.
It is.
And of course, here we have our finished product. Look at how beautiful our kachoris are. I see you've got some condiments here. What could we pair it with?
So we serve it with tamarind chutney.
Ooh.
A coriander mint yogurt, which is Marigold's
Stop it, I like it.
signature chutney, and a sweetened curd.
Oh, chef, you have done the most. I'm going to taste it.
Yes.
I'm going to taste it.
And when you break it open,
look at that.
Look at that beautiful filling in there.
The keyword, once again, dish to 33728. If you want to get involved with some plant power living, all you have to do is SMS that, and we will send you your ingredients list and the link to the recipe, and you could be enjoying these delicious kachoris yourself.
Or you can come to Marigold.
There we go.
In Franschhoek.
Basically. Thank you so much, Chef. You've done the most. Shall we taste?
Yes,
I'm going to have the tamarind sauce that you made there. Oh, we're winning! I'm available for this. It's so good. Thank you.
Yeah, pleasure.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Leanne is definitely having all the fun in the kitchen this morning.
As per usual.
As per usual. Please leave us some kachoris.
We'll have some fun in here with me.
So you were telling me about prints, the whole story about prints being a trend and offsetting them and making them work and balancing them out. Tell me more.
Listen, we head back to Paris Fashion Week, offering some style tidbits in Paris and how you in South Africa can interpret. Cue Miss Tandy Newton, who just celebrated 100,000 followers on Facebook. Oh, Facebook, Instagram. Anyway, that's as an aside. But she did an offset print well. So people who want to embrace a loud and proud print, which we're all about, you still need to balance it. Fashion is all about good balance. So like this beautiful floral printed dress from Edition Woolies. I mean, it's quite a bold print, wouldn't you say, Tabsy?
It is. It's quite bold. Like, you're very noticeable when you wear that.
Exactly. So what's a fun way to inject? Like, Tandy did an actual trouser. She actually added another ensemble. But on those warmer months, and those warmer days like today, you don't want to add another layer.
Okay.
Why not think of belts as an accessory in order to break up? Can you hold this for me, please?
Yeah,
Tabsy?
sure.
So what a belt does, nice recovery.
It's quite nice and silky.
It is nice and silky, the fabric's great. But listen, when you've got a big bold print like this, the eye often gets lost. So when I'm looking at someone this, my eye doesn't know where to actually center.
Yeah. Where's the person's face, first of all? Like,
exactly.
You don't know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tab. So a great way to break up the print and the eye and to accentuate that stunning waist is with a belt. Again, it breaks up this hectic print, so you can offset a print with a belt, not necessarily a trouser, a pant, etc., etc., etc. And you can really have a fun
So
with
using
belts.
accessories to actually add to the look, but also break the look apart.
Exactly.
Is that what you're doing?
We're breaking the look and we're accentuating the curves. And that way the eye, the person looking at you, focuses on the place where the print is broken most. So if you have a stunning waist, flaunt it, because my eyeline is going to go straight to the broken print.
Okay, I see.
Do you see?
I can see that working, yes, definitely.
I hope so.
Okay, well, look, we're going to take a break, and you'll tell me more about that and how we can do the same for guys as well, because prints are for everybody. But after the break, we're going to be hearing from actor Ritchie Merritt, who's going to be telling us all about White Boy Rick. It's a movie that's out there. Everyone's talking about it, and you want to hear more from him. But also the Cape Town Carnival performers, they're going to perform for us right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show after the break.
About this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're tuning to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso, right here on SABC3. Now, a little bit earlier on this morning, we had the author, Jeff Kinney of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, with us in studio. He's got a brand new offering called The Meltdown, and we're giving away 5 of those copies to you, and it's signed by Jeff himself as well. So what you need to do, log on to our Expresso Morning Show SABC3 Facebook page. You'll find this particular post there, and we've asked you to share your most awkward school story. Maybe an embarrassing moment. What was it? And then so many comments coming through there. Welcome to Jeff Kinney, says Rashan. Mona Lisa and Dooney says, good morning, Expresso. Happy birthday, so birthday today, of course, yes. My most embarrassing moment when I was in school was not so long ago. I was doing grade 12 in 2016. My Zulu teacher gave me a topic for prepared speech and about advantages and disadvantages of using computer tabs in classes. So I prepared. I couldn't find a word in Zulu that says computer. Ended up saying with, ooh, the whole class laughed. I couldn't even pronounce it, but that was her embarrassing moment. So those are the kind of stories that we are looking for. Make sure you find that post. We have 5 copies of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the brand new edition, The Meltdown, to give away. Just comment with your most embarrassing school story, and you might walk away with one of these epic books.
So we've heard quite a bit now from JP about this astonishing true story coming to South African cinemas tomorrow called White Boy Rick, starring Matthew McConaughey, Belle Powley, Brian Tyree Henry, and so many more. But right now, we have the privilege of getting on the line the man of the hour, playing the boy in the leading role, Ritchie Merritt. Hello, Ritchie, are you there? Can you hear us?
Hello, this is Ritchie from Toronto. How you doing?
We're so good. We're really doing really well. It's so great to have you on the line. Now that we've heard all about this outsized true story of the teenager Rick Worst Jr. that you play, manipulated to the level of drug kingpin by the FBI. And while there's an epic narrative there in itself, it seems that that is a true story. Do you want to flesh out White Boy Rick for us?
It's also about family. It has a good story with Rick's family, you know, the Worship family. You know, Rick trying to keep them together and keep them from falling apart. And then you got the Curry family. You know, that's the family that Rick always wanted. You know, that's the boys, that's the brothers. You know, that's the people that's gonna have his back at the end of the day. And you know, he wanted that. So now, as the movie goes out, Rick ends up informing for the police and ends up basically getting everybody locked up, and then he faces life in prison.
Well, your story is also quite remarkable. As I hear it, you haven't acted before, and yet here we are. You're in a larger-than-life biopic opposite Matthew McConaughey. How did White Boy Rick find Ritchie Merritt?
I was going to school at Dunlop High School, and there was a casting agent going to my school. I was introduced from a lady in the front office, and she asked me, you know, about my life because the director wanted somebody that, you know, as you would say, not from Hollywood, more raw. And so I just told her, you know, about myself and where I live and like how I live. And she just asked me to do some improv scenes and just took off from there. I went to go see an acting coach, worked with her for a little bit, and then I went out to California to do a screening with Matthew. And then here I am.
Wow, what an incredible story and what a dream debut job paired with Oscar-winning actor and acting legend himself, Matthew McConaughey. What was that experience like for you?
Matthew was an amazing person, wonderful. He was always there, you know, he was never not being himself. He was just always open and always having fun with me, you know. We always kept the energy going and we just had fun.
And aside from the honor that it must have been to work with an actor like Matthew, how would you describe what was doubtless a priceless learning experience with the actor that is Matthew?
Grateful. I was grateful. Just trying to take everything in that he showed me, or, you know, taught me. I was just trying to observe everything and just learn from him and grow from him.
And of course, what do you think this movie is going to mean to audiences in 2019?
You know, as far as the police, nothing's changed. It's still the same. I'll just say the fashion. That's the only thing that really changed. You know, there's still people out there selling yodel. There's still people out there, you know, getting people to inform for them. It's just crazy how this world. It's only getting worse. It's only gonna get worse. It's never gonna get better.
Well, these certainly are troubling times for many, but of course, in young, conscious people like yourself, there's always a silver lining and a glimmer of hope. I'm sure that your art will at least reassure others that they're not alone through even their darkest times. We're thanking Ritchie Merritt for joining us this morning, and of course, we look forward to seeing White Boy Rick on the big screen this weekend.
Well, it is certainly something to be on the lookout for. It sounds like an exciting one.
Dude,
White Boy
absolutely.
Rick, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. Now, we're all bracing ourselves because tomorrow is the big day, the day that we've all been waiting for. It's monumental. It is the official launch of the Samsung S10. Yes, it is. And you can pre-order yours now from Dion Wyatt on dionwyatt.co.za and get your Samsung Galaxy Buds valued at 3,500 rands for free, so you can listen to your favorite jams in style.
I need those buds in my life. I really do, because for those of you like me who like to listen to music while you train, it is a fundamental part of my workout. It really is. The Galaxy Buds are made from lightweight materials, and the revolutionary slim fit keeps them snug in your ears doing all types of activity. I always have this when I train, and specifically when I do a boxing workout, like on a boxing bag, trying to work with earphones and the cable and the things, you know, and falling out. It's not ideal. So that is exactly what they are for. Plus, you can pair them to your S10 straight out of the box with instant Bluetooth. So there's no this whole setting up process. It literally pairs instantly to your phone.
Yeah, imagine getting like a whole disc that you must now load and then connect your phone. That's incredible. Everything about this phone clearly is quite simple and intuitive to use. Now remember, you can pre-order your Samsung S10 now. Be ahead of the game by going on dionwyatt.co.za. Pre-order it, and you will not only get the Samsung Galaxy Buds for free, but they will also, not we, they will also add a free JBL speaker and a mini car charger. So you're getting a lot. Go on dionwyatt.co.za and check out this amazing deal and be part of the in crowd.
Well, still to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we get an inspiring message proudly brought to you by Nairobian after the break. And then, of course, it is the Cape Town Carnival happening on the 16th of March. We get one more sneak peek as to what you can expect on this thrilling day. As the beautiful princess gives me a latte, shall we, my love? Yes. Oh, she's always ready, this girl. She's ready for marriage. Marriage! Get this girl a husband.
In between with McAfee. See you after the break.
Join the party on Top Billing this Sunday at 5:30 as blogger Kenny Jules Marifi Winslow shows off her crib. If you like Italian, Chef David Higgs just opened his new trattoria, introducing the best pazzo-style cooking. And rugby star Dylan Smith finds true romance with his bride Susanna Stapelberg. That's Top Billing this Sunday at 5:30. Repeat Tuesday 3:30 on SABC3. The stage is yours.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
So there's a couple of minutes still left of your Feel Good Breakfast show this morning. Thank you very much for joining us throughout the course of the morning. It's been absolutely fantastic. So much has been happening right now, though. We do want to inspire you with a positive quote, a message that you can take with you, brought to you by Neurobian.
Yes, and here's the message this morning. It says, not everyone will understand your journey. That's okay. You are here to live your life, not make everyone understand. Your job is not to make people understand. It's to live your life. So not everyone will understand your journey. That's okay. You're here to live your life, not make everyone understand.
I like that, man.
In the words of that song, so live your life. Hey. Nice, absolutely. While talking about living your life, you're going to be living your best life on the 16th of March at the Greenpoint Fan Park, starting at 7 p.m. when the Cape Town Carnival takes the city of Cape Town by storm. Here for a sneak peek of what you can expect on the day, we've got some of the lead performers. Take it away, guys. Town Carnival happening on the 16th of March at the Greenpoint Fan Park. Get involved. It's only 1.2 kilometers, but it is the most fun, energetic, creative, exuberant 1.2 kilometers that you are ever going to see, but it's really wonderful, and it really is a highlight on the Cape Town calendar as well, so go and check it out.
Carnival.
And that's we, like Leanne said earlier on, that's just a sneak preview, sneak peek into what you can expect, a teaser, if you like.
It's going to be epic. Be there. Listen, also, we have this great competition that we are running on our social media pages, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3 on Facebook. Log on there right now. We had Jeff Kinney. Now, he's the author of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid franchise, all those books. It's been around for more than 10 years. He's got a brand new edition called The Meltdown, and we have 5 signed copies to give away. So what you need to do is log on to our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3, and share your most awkward school story, maybe an embarrassing moment. And I asked Jeff as well what was his embarrassing moment, and he said he ended up in the school bathroom wrapped in toilet paper. I don't know. Yeah, so that was his embarrassing moment. But if I had to think back, right, about some of mine, I remember, I think one that really stands out is I was in primary school, and it was during choir practice, and I was sitting behind, I'm not going to mention any names because she's the daughter of someone very famous. No, we'll call her Matilda. And I just felt like someone's like picking at my hair, and I don't know what was going on, you know. And anyways, went about my day, and everyone's just laughing and whatnot. Next minute, I realized when I kind of touched my head, it was like full of like these stickers, these round stickers and everything that they kind of popped on as we were doing the choir practice. And that moment stood out for me so bad because the whole school remembered it forever. It's like, stickerhead. There we go.
You'll never forget it. I think my one has to be when my sister and I were the only 2 school kids in civvies when everybody was in school uniform, because I read the school newsletter wrong. And so I said to my parents, oh, we need to arrive on Friday in casual clothing and no school uniform on the day, so you need to give us cash for fundraising for civvies. And they did, and my sister and I were the only people. We arrived late, first of all, an hour late for school that morning. As I walked into the school hall, and everybody's in school uniform, and I'm wearing these white linen pants and these hideous white shoes and an orange shirt. And my sister, I can't remember what she was wearing. It was the most embarrassing thing because, first of all, we live like an hour and a half away from school, so now we've had to do the whole day of school in these clothes with everyone's school uniform. I'll never forget.
I've had a lot. I have some are crazier than others. I'm going to pick the least crazy one. I remember once my aunt gave me a really, really high-end luxury perfume. She didn't want it anymore, so she gave it to me, and it was this big, and it was a really potent, it was eau de parfum. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't toilette. It was the real deal. And naturally not knowing any better, because, you know, as school kids, you take your aerosol, you're like, shh. Ooh, child. I was like, shh. The whole day, I was stinking of that. And I couldn't walk anywhere, and people were like,
Yeah. Okay, well,
what's going on? So I did not give that particular brand a good name because I used it too much.
This particular one is going to top your one, not as embarrassing. And I'm keen to hear your crazy ones because I feel like you're hiding those ones. But listen to Rashanda Toe's one saying, welcome back to SA, Jeff Kinney. My kids and I are major fans. We all enjoy reading your books. Most embarrassing, where to start? School has many of these awkward and embarrassing moments. Being the skinny kid was awkward, but being the skinny kid that faints at assembly didn't help either.
Wow.
Not to mention doing high jump in front of the entire sports team cheering you on to make a complete blunder. You could say it was the belly flop of high jumps as I jumped and hit the pole with my head first.
Oh, no.
What a day.
Oh,
what a day,
that's
Roshan.
hectic.
That is hectic. Well, you need to get entering this competition, stand a chance to win yourself Diary of a Wimpy Kid. There is one more. Okay, so Mona Lisa says, good morning, Expresso fam. Happy birthday to Zola Nena. First saw her on the show. Okay, no, that's something else. Yeah, Danny says, when I arrived late at school, I was driving. I came with an excuse to teacher saying, drive slowly, school ahead. Oh, so I arrived late and they said, why are you late? And said, I saw a sign saying, drive slowly, school ahead. You know those signs you see? That is a good one, but embarrassing. Oh, man. Well, this seems like a good read, and it's one to go check out. Wimpy Diary of a Wimpy Kid, the Meltdown.
Exactly. Well, you know what? This morning we shared some of our feel-good stories, and there was one with a hedgehog that I thought was just absolutely awesome. Just getting their stretch on, because you must never forget to stretch. Can we check it out?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, that was also good. So this one we focused on. Just showing that it doesn't matter the size of the cat. A cat is a cat. Doesn't matter in what environment. And look at that.
Yeah. It's a cat whilst it's in that cage. Try doing that without the cage.
Please, can we see the hedgehog, the stretch? That made my morning.
This is how you should go into your day every day.
Stretch.
Jeez, like it, man.
So cute.
Yeah.
Well, we've got to take a look at this talented kid, 10 months old and already better than most artists I've met. Look at this.
This is, at only 10 months, she's able to draw.
I can't believe that this is a real thing.
Well, the parents can't even explain it.
They can't.
Look at this
baby. He's just like...
And it's effortless as well.
Look at this baby. I mean,
with
guys,
no
this is a baby.
effort. Oh, man.
With that Go about your day and have a good one. Thank you very much for
and
tuning
stop
in.
with your stocky mana cheese now.
I can't do it. Have a good day, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. It's Friday.
Cheers.